Alright guys, welcome back to Fist of the North Star 2. We're going to be showing up with our final game this evening. We're going to be going back to Guilty Gear. We're going to be returning at top 8 with our very first match. We're going to be having Hound Rad versus SFO Benners. So it's going to be a Potemkin versus Eno match. Of course, I'm joined by Zach. Of course, Zach being very familiar with Eno. God darn it. Bring it.
I can't help it. I can't help but pick the characters, you know. Nice characters. But yeah, interesting matchup we're going to have here because...
Very scary.
Yeah.
Very scary for both sides. But, of course, we were discussing a little bit before when we were looking at changes for 2.1 with both of these characters.
Yeah.
Oof, it's just such a mountain to climb for that initial, like, round start with both of these characters. But if Eno starts playing games, that... so scary, so scary. But Benners, he's no slouch. He's played against Eno before. He knows how to deal with that. Of course, you can thank X-Pal for that, but it's not the first time. I'm pretty sure that these two had to play each other at Hype Spotting last year. I'm pretty sure they played each other in pools or even just casuals. So we'll see how well that they can do. But, of course, they're not the only guys that are left in top 8. So, of course, you have this match going on right here, Rad versus Benners. Also in winner's side, we have Ratfiz Heyoon versus Shaden Sol. We've also, in loser's side, we've got Inferno Kong Heyoon versus Akai Leo. And finally, we have Larko Faust and Shooty Slayer. So those are your top 8. A really nice, diverse cast. No, okay, this is the crazy part.
Diverse cast of 2 Heyoons.
Yeah.
Very diverse cast.
But no Elfelts in top 8.
Yeah.
No Johnny's in top 8.
Yeah. No Billions in top 8 either.
No. You're never going to see a million in top 8, mate. Tell me when there's a million in top 8, and then I'll be interested. But no Raven in top 8. So like those who you traditionally would see a lot in like over in the US or in Japan, like very staple top 8 characters, not showing up in this top 8. The only one that sort of slipped through the cracks is Eno.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Yeah, but the thing is with Eno, right, is the fact that I've always thought that she is a good character. Like, always been solid from the very beginning, the very first Exiled.
Very strong game plan.
And I think they've only just kept on improving, adding a little bits onto her, flesh her out just a little bit more. But I think they've possibly...
Not just in the high-low.
Yeah, they've gone a bit too far, maybe, I think.
Yeah.
So now she's kind of like... I think you'll just see her a lot more.
Because very strong high-low, yeah, understandable. Yeah. Very strong left-right, I mean, why?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like, it'll be interesting to see what Rad can do with this version of Eno. I mean, this is the first time I'm watching him on this version of the game. But
Potemkin's the same, though. He started off from the bottom list. He's gotten nothing but improvements ever since. Being able to RC into 6K off numerous things, like, for example, 2.1, he's now able to do it from ICPM.
Yeah.
Before being able to do it off a regular throw RC. So if he's able to catch Rad slipping and throw him place him into the corner, there's a lot of optimal stuff that he can do if he has 50 meter to burn.
Of course, yeah. I can imagine it's going to be, for Eno, one of her main issues would be kind of the neutral. That's where she kind of suffers.
Yeah.
So if she gets knocked down at all and Potemkin gets anywhere near, it's quite hard for her because there's no real way to escape. There's no reversal unless you have 50%. There's no way to backdash. A standing kick would stop the meaty standing kick will just stop any sort of backdash. And the way I see it, it's kind of like you don't want to put yourself in that situation. No. Eno's got the tools to keep Potemkin kind of exactly where he needs to be, basically.
And Rad, as a player, he does tend to fall back on the incredible strength of Chemical Love in neutral as well. But, of course, he's got to be careful on how he places that in this matchup because all it takes is one single flick and pressure's completely ruined for Eno on that part. He has to completely take a step back. Oh, having to get colours.
Some music and colours.
It's very important.
Got enough money in the bank to get the colours.
Whose setup is this? But of course, before we get started with this top 8, a big shout out to Willie, and of course, big shout out to all the guys here from running staff at Fist of the North Star here. Robin Hood's got loads of different TOs getting their fingers on all the different game pies that we have right here. Of course, we've had Grandmaster Challenge running Super Turbo. We've had the guys that run Gutter Trash running Third Strike as well. We've had C4IQ, our very own Mace, doing Dragon Ball pulls over on situational damage. Just pretty much a huge amalgamation of all these TOs working together. And you can't see on the camera right now, but got a big signed poster with everybody's names on it.
And my signature's on it as well.
I just put #1 spammer. But yeah, big shout outs to Willie. Pretty much like, he's definitely like one of the big strong arms in the UK FGC for broadcasting. He's everywhere. He's been going to Hyper Combo, Leicestershire, doing streaming there, Sunday Face Off, doing streaming there. I need to ask him if he can do Manchester for me. He can have my job. It's fine.
It just seems like a lot of the northern scene kind of like they come together at the right time, and to see everyone here as well, it's quite packed house, and this is my first time coming to this event as well.
It's surprising how many people missed out last year. I was talking to people and I was like, oh yeah, no, I wasn't there. Like, Benners wasn't there last year, and I definitely thought that he was, but... but we're just waiting for the thumbs up from Jazzy now.
Yep. The fun is about to begin. We're on the character select screen at the moment, as you can see. And obviously we've got these two characters here. I kind of have an idea exactly what's going to happen. I'm not sure what Hank's going to be thinking, really what he's expecting. He's probably going to be thinking, you know, take fist and everything like that.
But hopefully it will be a close set. I would like to see this go to final round, final game. I would like to see that with all of these top 8 matches. But we might get kicked out if that actually happens with every single one of our matches. I think we've got the venue till about 10 o'clock, so... Okay, so they're both giving the thumbs up, both giving the handshake. Here we go.
I'm going to get into it now.
So this is your top 8 very first match over on winner's side. Sunday face-off Benners versus Hound, Eno, Rad.
Going to be a very complicated and very strange game, I think, because Potemkin, when he gets in, fine. When Eno gets in, it's like it's hell on earth. And for both of these characters, it's important to make that first step into... Establish
neutral.
Establish neutral.
Round start is going to be the opening statement between these two players and how this is going to go.
Exactly, yeah.
Probably 2P on Potemkin's side? No. Decides to respect. Beautiful counter hit. Trade in the air.
Oh, triple air dash. Yeah, that's fairly straightforward Eno play, that burst at the beginning as well.
Jumpy. He's just trying to get the slide head, just trying to get that early knockdown.
Oh, he's in a good position now.
Here we go. Ooh, doesn't manage to successfully do the safe jump.
Yeah,
try dash.
I don't think he's in the right position for that either.
Gets a throw into the corner. Strong start, Dust. And now back out into neutral. Tries to go for a flick. Too early.
That's
barrier.
Oh, interesting. That's one of the new Eno changes with the air dash.
Ooh, managed to get a counter hit, but was waiting for the burst. Gets the knockdown. Wants to look. Pressure. Blocks on the Dust. But doesn't get punished.
Misses it.
And just after standing up for that long, still not getting the trip. Gets a YRC. Okay, he has to go from here. Catches him out of the air, but doesn't get the confirm. Gets a trip. Okay. And here we go again from here. Potemkin Buster.
That's exactly what I want to see. When you get into Eno, it's like, what can she really do? What can she do? She can't get away from the standing kick, so the Potemkin Buster becomes a bigger threat in that position.
Like, the only real reversal that she does have is vertical chemical of YRC, but it's not a reversal. Can meteor. But it's still a scary option, regardless. There's a flick. And there's the burst. That burst is now off the table. 2Ps out of Stroke the Big Tree.
Oh, interesting. 4P losing there. I think Rad might be a little bit scared of Potemkin still. I can see it. Oh, nice.
Throw him out of it. He wasn't pressing anything. Oh! Gets the overhead. Goes into the corner. Techs out. RC, 6K.
Here we go to new change as well.
Rev 2 buffs.
Here we go.
Okay.
What's the option? Oh, no. Tech roll.
And it still can be anyone's game. 50-meter blitzes.
Let's try a
very risky option there.
It's a very risky option.
The only option that he really had left there was to jump into an air throw, but very hard to sort of react to that sort of situation, especially when you're sat up on stream.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to do the same thing, folks. And there's the air confirm that we wanted before. But again, very strong position for Benners. 60!
Nice,
This is going to be big!
I think this has to be... Oh, it was just about enough. I'm thinking that Rad might be a bit scared in the matchup. I think he's playing in such a way that it's making it easy for Benners to actually capitalize on any sort of mistake.
We haven't really seen many horizontal chemical of YRCs. Yeah, exactly. Like, he's very scared of... He just doesn't want to get flicked.
I think he might be scared of the backdash as well, because backdash is so long. If he comes in with the air dash and commits, then I'm not sure what his option is going to be. But we'll see. But
very strong start for Rad. He manages to get the knockdown. And there's that horizontal chemical of YRC. He's starting to feel himself a little bit now. blitzes, throws him out of the charge blitz.
Nice mix up.
2.1 changes.
Yep.
I don't understand.
This could be a whole
50 meter, decides not to RC. Goes for the low off the Trishula. That's very nice. Many Potemkin players don't tend to go for the low option off Trishula. They're always going for the dust.
Of course, yeah.
But gets clipped with the jump dust.
Yeah, there's a few different options you can get for the Trishula, like option is a relatively safe option. Too risky.
Gets reset with the jump dust. Doesn't manage to confirm off it though, so he is safer now. But
nice reaction.
Gets bursted. Gets baited. Gets clipped by the end of his backdash. This is going to look at the meter gain as well. Going to end up with pretty much 75 meter by the end of it. RC.
Yep, it's every Potemkin player's worst nightmare to be caught in this position, especially with the Eno with that much. Well, 25% bar now, and that's it. You know, it's relatively.
Very quick response from Rad. So, going on to final game.
I think he's found his footing now. I think once he gets in, he knows he needs to keep it quite straightforward rather than go too complex.
Then a reset. Oh, and there's a bad burst. Takes out. Trades, and he's going to be able to confirm off that. No.
That's all right, but look at the damage that's come off already. That's off on like 3 hits already.
Jump dust. Give him the booty. Can't hit 2 standing K. Gets a flick, very nice. Throw the big tree, back dashes the horizontal chemical love. And now we're just going back into neutral here, just trying to get a catch. And here we go. What's the look?
Oh, we got a heavenly Potemkin Buster. That's quite a good option against Eno when she does air dashes.
But it's not enough to finish. Safe jump. But it is the best super in the game.
Oh, and that's it. And we got another.
One more round. Match point for Benners now. Beautiful response from Heavenly Potemkin Buster. Jump dust.
Yeah,
meet you low.
You can't get too complacent with the form punches. Here we go.
Catches the jump out. Benners is getting into Rad's head now. He's going to go all the way to the corner.
It's so
jump dust again!
It's so hard for Eno to come back from a position like this against Potemkin, and Benners is playing
out of his mind.
Now. Yeah, out of his mind. And there we go. I think this might be it.
Oh, that is it. No, he decides not to go for it. And it's 7 golden letters.
And we see something that we don't really expect to see.
That's it. That's 2.
Yeah, we saw something we didn't expect to see. We were expecting, you know, Eno to run a clinic on Potemkin, but clearly Benners has something over Rad that nobody sees.
Just managed to get into his head in them last 2 rounds.
That's quite an interesting game to watch, actually. I quite enjoyed that.
Wow, fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff to Benners there. Very well deserved.
Yep, he's still standing there, and
he's just like, what's going on?
I can feel him. I can feel him right
here. This is what I hate, man. He manages to do so sick. He stands up and just shakes his head. Yeah. I'm like, what are you shaking your head at for?
No, he played really well. I was quite surprised. I thought, you know, Potemkin,
he'd be on the back foot.
You know, yeah, but he managed to make the most out of what Potemkin can offer in that matchup, and that would be he's got good long-range pokes, the heavy slash and the standing slash, sweep, and he can do side head if Eno does the note as well on the floor.
Yeah, that was what I was a little bit funny about before, because that very first game, I felt like he's not going to be doing note on the floor for the most part. He's going to be tiger kneeing the note.
Exactly,
so there's not going to be many opportunities for Eno to actually be stood on the floor. Exactly. But he did manage to get it, and when he got it, he made it count. He managed to close that distance. He managed to meet you with the 5K low, and just able to go from there, trying to catch the jump out.
Exactly. Excellent game. And now we've moved on to our
other winner's side.
Yep.
Going to be Shaden, WD Shaden, versus Rat Fizz. So both of these guys play very frequently at Leeds Sunday Face-Off. Of course, it's actually quite surprising that these guys ended up pairing up as well as they did. Like, shout-outs to Rat Fizz. Like, he has done a fantastic performance today. Like, managed to beat C4 IQ, managed to beat Blarko, managed to really do well in his pools. I'm not too sure if he actually... Did he manage to lose a game? I'm trying to think.
I'm not sure. I didn't get to watch any of him.
I'll actually have a quick look at see, because, like I said, Rat Fizz managed to do really, really well. Super strong. But he's going up against Shaden, so these two guys play each other very frequently. And he's going to go with Sol. So I feel like Sol Hayoon is not as strong as if Shaden would pick Kai. I think if he loses the first game, he's going to go over to Kai. Because Kai Hayoon is just not fun for Hayoon whatsoever.
Yeah, I can imagine that. We'll see why he decided to go for Sol this time.
Early burst from Shaden. First off the table. He gets the just block, manages to go into a throw afterwards. Delay high. And pressure in the corner.
Yeah, it's a bit of a sticky situation. So, oh, that's a risky wild throw there.
But he gets the corner for it and manages to get a very nice confirm.
Reasonable damage for the
and a lot of meter build as well. YRC, another wild throw. Does the loops.
I think he'd be sitting there, and then wild throws will just be coming like wildfire.
Well, thankfully, Aoun is pretty high up on the guts rating, so he can take a lot of them hits. But he needs to be careful on the counter hits, because just like that, stun is still a big factor for Sol Bad Guy when he starts getting them really big 6H counter hits, them really nice gunflame counter hits as well.
And plus, considering Sol is a very momentum-based character, if you give him that room to kind of like operate, run his game, it becomes quite difficult for almost any other character to kind of like find their way out of that.
Never really, just frame traps and command grabs, you never really know when it's your turn. Nice blitz, but gets thrown upon landing, gets opened up low.
Here we go, we're into the mixer now almost.
Enter early, 2.1 buffs. He needs to actually press jump heavy just because of the hit stun decay on it. But still managed to go.
Oh, and a bit risky to do as well.
He's gotten hit out of Red Ball twice by Shaden now, so Shaden's just not giving him that time.
I think they've played each other one too many times, so now he's got a kind of good read on when he's going to do it.
Can't hit Gunflame. He can finish that with OTG. Yep, Shaden take game one.
I see he feels more. He seems quite comfortable with Sol at the moment. I don't think he'll need to change the Kai.
No.
Maybe he doesn't want to play too hard in the matchup just in case he goes further.
Yeah.
Don't want to give all the tools away, you know.
Ooh, only just managing to avoid. Bandit Bringer gets clipped into knockdown. First save combo as well. And just wake up.
Yep, oh nice. Ooh.
And of course that was a buff as well. The startup on that is now a lot faster.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything in terms of Sol is just now generally faster. His run speed, the startup of a lot of his stuff like S Volcanic Vipers, even better now. Yeah. Good just bot, that's how you deal with that right there. Just loop, into pressure, gets a hard knockdown. Air unblockable, you have to FD that.
I wonder what there's a response.
Blitz back.
And Shaden has an instant response for that response.
See, of course, a big thing that I've been talking to a lot of like UK Guilty Gear players primarily is that there seems to be an over-reliance on the charge blitz.
Yeah.
Like, originally, Exiled Sign, you only had the single blitz shield itself, like the tap blitz. And you had to be very confident, of course, but the reward for it was a lot stronger because you were still able to do the high-low.
Yeah.
But I feel like now, because they're not so confident in when they're going to be attacking, they're still deciding to hold the charge. And even if they get the reject, they're still not getting the reward that they got from that scenario because they just get blitzed back straight away.
Yeah. I was quite surprised actually that that Rapids couldn't close that game. I think he had that control, but I think using the burst for the super was a bit too much. I think he thought he was going to kill, but it wasn't quite, you know, what exactly.
Oh, but he gets a counter hit, gets a knockdown into the corner. Blue ball, overhead, good blocks, baits the DP, and that's a counter hit starter. That's going to be big, that hurts a lot.
I was going to say that Shaden had some great defense there to keep Haytham in bay. He's kind of got reverted back to the more defensive, but now he's playing full attack.
6p counter hit. And just like that, momentum completely shifts. And look at that meter gain, goes straight up to 50% meter. Counter hit.
Counter hit.
If Shaden is able to get his burst back, all he needs is one hit into a burst super, and then that's going to be it.
Yeah.
On the defense, RC blocks the dust. Catches him out of the air. He's going to scale quite a fair bit. RC and the throw. He's going to need one more after this.
Oh, he tried the air throw. I think he actually tried the air throw.
But there's the stun.
There goes the game. Seems relatively comfortable for Shaden there. He didn't need to use Kai, Rapids. I know he's been playing a lot and he does play online as well. And he played solidly throughout.
Pretty much, yeah. And of course, not only does he play Ratfizz consistently at SFO, he also plays Inferno Kong, who is also in this top 8. So Haeun experience is pretty abundant. But of course, we're now, with them first 2 matches, we're probably going to be going over to loser's side now. And here comes the other Northern Haeun player. We've got Inferno Kong, sponsored by 13 Esports. Of course, shout outs to 13 Esports for helping our friend Harry Inferno Kong get to some of these events. Of course, I'm pretty sure that they paid for him to go to London to go to Tenrise tournament.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I mean, you know, he is our resident Antonov player on King of Fighters 14. You know,
Signature muscle man.
Signature muscle men, big bodies, all the lot. That's what he.
I'm grinning, but I'm shaking my head.
Yeah.
But of course, he's going to be playing Akai from Spain. Of course, he's been playing a lot down in London. I've only managed to really play against him once, which was around Revo when we went to Jish's for a session there. But of course, he's definitely no slouch. Like I say, he's made it into this top 8, and C4, the other resident UK Leo, is not in this top 8.
Yeah.
So all the Unga rides on his shoulders now. Yep.
The last of the Leos, as I like to call it now. He is more or less, he's one of the only few that plays really well that still kind of sticks around. He's like, Leo, that's like, if Leo's not in the game, I'm not going to bother playing the game. So, you know, they're hoping for buffs in the future. I doubt they will come. Peer pressure, after some work, it's just going to be like,
but they're not buffs. If you were to ask Maze, though, are they really buffs? Yeah. It's like, no, they're not buffs. They should have been there all along.
They might change everything about it, the character, but they'll still leave forward and punch as it is. The best move in the game, as we like to call it. Best move in the game.
Wow! But Hayoon versus Leo, quite a tricky match. I feel like it's going to be pretty difficult for Leo, even if he manages to get a knockdown into back turn, because 2P is just such a good Abare button, just a good button just to press when you just feel like not wanting to deal with pressure anymore. It's 4 frames?
Yeah.
It's so fast and covers a lot of space as well for a 2P.
Yeah.
But it really, like, Inferno Kong, I feel like since he's such a solid player in terms of fundamentals and all-roundness, I think when people start going a little bit crazy, I feel like that is what might get to Harry a little bit more than actually having to play against somebody who's just solid.
Of course, yeah.
Put him against a character that's like really honest but really solid, like really strong fundamentals, really good zoning and stuff like that. Yeah, Harry will be able to make his mark, he'll be able to notice patterns and stuff like that. Put him against an animal in a cage, probably not so much, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he plays in this, because he doesn't play this game too often, but I do feel he does have, for now, he has a strong Hey-Hoon. You know, I've seen him play countless amount of times, and I think, considering how long he's been playing the game, he hasn't been that long, he can hang with what's in this country with that character. Not even just due to the strength, it's just the fact that he's a solid games player overall. So now we might actually get some sunlight for the people in here watching the finals as well.
But we've had to close the window, so the temperature has gone up by at least another 1 or 2 degrees. It's like it's going to end up turning into a nuclear reactor at this stage.
But now we're going to get into this game. Inferno Kong and Akai with a Leo. I played as Leo countless times with my biker, and let's not talk about the matchup. Let's not.
Oh, round start 2H. I wish you would. Oh, big cat hit straight off the bat. Very strong start. 50%. It's already gone overhead. Early burst, and also causes it to whiff. Even if Akai really drags out this round, it's still a very good round for Akai, losing that burst that early on.
I think Akai was looking to counter that move that he did with Hey-Hoon, but he didn't quite commit fully to it, and he just stood there.
And Akai's had to sacrifice his burst now in order to go back into neutral. Gets the cross up, gets the overhead, gets the connection. Cross up. Is he going to be able to finish? Yes, on the very last hit of Rekka. Very nice. First blood go to Akai.
I think what killed Inferno there was the fact that he did that kick when the bubble was coming to him, so it might be an input error. Or he decided, I don't know, I'll try it, see what's going to happen.
Flash kick. 6H gets caught out of the air. Blocks the axe kick. Gets a punish for it. Empty low. Dust splat into the corner.
Something like the European mix-up, you know, throwing that dust in there.
Gives him the Unga.
Yeah. Oh, nice reaction to the counter. I like that. Oh.
Goes into back turn. Goes back to original side and steals the burst. Harry slapping his stick.
Harry's not enjoying this matchup. I can see it.
And that's what I was talking about. Put him in a cage with an animal, man. he was not blocking cross-ups. Like, I honestly was expecting Akai to do the meaty jump K on the tech, But now just cross up jump H. I was just like, I wouldn't have blocked that.
Oh my, look at the damage.
The Shinken still gets a hard knockdown.
The super. Like, how do you get the super so quickly? Nice combo finish in the corner.
Flash kick. What's the look?
Here we go, Leo with the Unga.
Oh, the Unga can't hit 6P. 6H. Got plenty of meter to work off as well. Got 75 meter, but can't lose now. Gets a tech. YRC.
Ooh.
Backdash. Oh, gets counter hit on the second hit, Wrecker.
I wonder what he tried to do there. Did he try to
throw? And dive kicks into the ball.
I think they're having a bit of fun over there as well. I see Akai.
I can see Pinchers just standing up out of his chair going, good job, mate.
Here we go, Victor again.
Catches the end of the backdash. Trade.
I like how Inferno is staying committed. He's not kind of like holding back or at all. It's like even if he gets hit, he's still ready to commit to something, to a guess.
Dead angle.
Try and get out of something.
Gets the sweep at the end of the string. I like this. He's mixing up his strings.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Unfortunately, he only got blue Shinken, so he wasn't able to finish. Ooh, avoids the overhead.
Oh, and that's kick to the ribs.
5K, another strong button.
See, I'm telling you, Inferno is playing really well considering
that first game.
Yeah.
A normal man would be on tilt.
I think Akai just unlocked something within him and has allowed him to play with a little bit more, with a little bit extra vigor.
Gets the red kick and gets the counter hit, gets the knockdown.
I like how you call that red kick because we're losing King of Fighters as well. I like how he's getting some mileage out of those kicks as well.
And look at that wrist gain as well. He's going to be able to capitalize.
I think he was expecting a burst from Leo. I think he was actually expecting a burst from Akai there. That's why he kind of toned it down a little bit.
Overhead does not block the overhead.
Oh, nice.
And we saw that in the first game as well.
It almost looks like it's intentional now. It actually does almost look like it's intentional.
And a regular blitz from Akai. I like that. And there was a bit of patience as well from him as well to expect the blitz back to get the counter hit.
And I like how Akai's now respecting it. He's respecting Inferno's Heihu. Nice use of IRC there to negate the situation. Nice instant block. Get a bit of a meter gain. Here we go. What have we got now?
Oh, the overhead with the 6K. Gets the low crush.
Is he trying to kick it away or something?
Into back turn now.
Nice
Blocks the overhead, but doesn't get to jump out. Gets opened up low.
Picked a good option there, but
YRC. Low, a delayed overhead. Delay A dash jump K.
This could actually go either way. This is actually looking quite tight for both players. Oh, nice.
Gets to confirm off that. Red kick. Gets the second one. Shinken has to end it. Able to take out. That's an unfortunate. Jumps into the flash kick. Gets crossed up. Backdash. Very nice. Gets opened up low.
He's reacting really well to the jump ins as well.
Good flash kick.
He's got his burst back now, whether he's going to use it.
Oh, that was a scary option there.
Was that intentional as well? Did he try to input something else?
Was he trying to go to like bait the 6H? I don't know.
I think he's actually trying to bait the burst now.
Dust. Ooh!
Oh, and kick to the ribs again.
Final round. Akai Inferno Kong. Oh, catches him out the air, but doesn't manage to confirm off the counter hit.
Nice standing punch anti-air. It's almost like we're playing another game here. Oh, no. Oh!
He's going to be able to go into Wrecker. Burst is now off the table.
Akai's on the back foot, and he's going to get capitalized. Yep, and that's it. We're going to get into the corner. What's he going to offer here?
Good blocks.
Inferno Kong is blocking perfectly. He's doing so well. Oh, nice!
Throws him out of the air.
That was nice. Unexpected. Totally unexpected. That's very nice. He seemed like he managed to wrestle control from the first game. If anyone's seen what Harry was doing after the first game.
I'm pretty sure we managed to get it on camera feed, but he did slap the stick. He was like, no.
He went nuts. He went nuts. He basically said to himself, I'm not having it. I need to do something about this. He was telling me earlier that he didn't even want to play in the top 8. But I was telling him that, you'll do fine. Trust me. Just relax. you know, I know how he plays and I know how he likes to play, and as long as he can do that, then he'll be a success in this game, no matter how often he plays it. So, good job for him.
But our first elimination in this top 8 to Akai. Commiserations. Very good performance on this part. Like, very solid. Got a lot of good... like, that cross-up... I have to go back to it. Of course, I was talking about it before, but, like, the air dash mix-up with either the jump K or the cross-up jump HS... Like I said, I would have got hit. I'm just upset. I'm flabbergasted.
It's almost like we were playing another game there with one of our big mix-ups.
But of course, Steel City Clash Larko, pretty much one of the figureheads of the Northern FGC.
You know, honestly, we see Luke here stepping up to fight against Larko. Gully sent him to losers. Now, I didn't quite expect him to send him to losers as well, because he's a really strong player. And I don't
OG as well.
Exactly,
he's super old school.
I used to play him a lot, like on Sign online, like ages ago. We played some games today. Didn't fare too well for me, but you know, I had a lot of fun. It didn't
fare too well for me either. You saw it before. I was just like, I can't press buttons. What?
But even at the same time, I still had fun playing. It really got me to kind of like push myself to play. But now, I'm not sure what character he'd pick. He's been picking Slayer, so I'm thinking he might stick with Slayer.
Yeah.
And he's going against Faust.
So already, yikes.
Yep.
Very scary matchup for Slayer. But if he's able to get that, if he utilizes his normals, like 6p, etc., etc., he's going to have one hell of a time. Because while Faust does control the mid-screen fantastically well, it still extends his hurt box quite a fair bit forward, so it's trying to understand them normals. Low profiles, collisions, etc., etc.
Yeah. Larko!
But Larko is another guy who is just like, I'm not going to get into this top 8. I don't know what you're talking about.
But look where he is now. He's just sitting there on the two-player side.
And look at me, he's like, yo.
I've got this under control. Relax. Turn down drinks as well.
Benefis was like, please, keep hydrated. Johnster, tell me, does the stream chat have hydration bot on? We need to know, we need to hear from our Lord and Savior how hydrated we need to be. Please. So Shooty versus Steel City Clash Larko.
Yep, so
going with Slayer, like you said. Oh, brilliant round start option. Deal with the 5k.
Oh, nice.
Gets hit off the trampoline.
Yeah, we're dealing with some
counter hit hammer.
So I think Shooty's managed to salvage himself from that particular situation. Yeah.
Burst from Larko. Eats the door.
I insist on the pogo on wake up.
Oh, what meteors! I didn't even see that.
Yeah, neither did I. He's like, he must have just like snuck that in at opportunity where it's kind of like even.
Oh, ow. Ow.
Not quite over yet.
Ooh, backdash is out.
That's why backdash useful for something.
Slayer 6p being out, Faust 6p. We now know which one's better.
So now Shooty's in control. Let's see how he manages to find that onslaught of a little bit of RNG from Faust. Got standing kick there. Always a good tool.
Oh, wow! Gets the right read on the door opening.
He's saying, where are you going? You're not going anywhere. He kicks you straight back into that door.
Oh, golden hammer.
Golden hammer.
Yeah, you better back off.
Yeah.
Can't hit 2H. Carry him towards the corner. Gold burst.
Nicely timed burst there.
Jumps into the bomb. Gets the counter hit. Tries to do a jump K, even though off the FD. Not too sure whether I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
and he has nearly towards 50 meter now. Oh, yep, that's going to do it. That's going to take game 1.
Yeah, I think he overcommitted to the standing kick, so he thought that maybe he might be able to get that combo, but since he overcommit, it was kind of like made it easy to select and then just kind of like...
If it was a little bit closer, it might be able to work as a fuzzy.
Yeah.
But just a bit too far out, especially with that FD. Larko deciding to go straight into game 2, not taking a breather.
Yeah, I want to see what kind of adjustments Larko's going to make for this match. So he's made 2 correct guesses against the door so far. A dangerous forward heavy into power bunker.
Oh no!
Yeah, there's shades of reloads and XX right there. Let's see how many of those you can get away with today.
Oh, wow. Okay, counter hit. Hammer gets Link into door. Gets the overhead. Gets the second overhead reset. Burst is now off the table for Shooty. Just manages to whip the 6P, but gets the dust. Didn't believe, but does get the fish hook.
It's a shame he didn't go into that donut to get up. It's quite interesting how Faust can do that, and we've got forward a bit. Whoa.
Oh, gets hit with the overhead and it gets the dizzy. I don't know how Larko knew that that was going to stun. He must have known. He didn't. He can't just press punch and then just be like, yeah, okay.
No, that was totally unexpected for just about anyone here. Oh, nice. We've got the FPC cancels in there. We've got some pro play.
Oh, this is a big hit.
Pro play. We've got some nugget strats going on here.
He's definitely working in them overheads a lot nicer as well.
Yep, he's keeping him locked in that corner. It's like, what can Slayer do? Oh, forward punch. Let's do that. Here we go.
It's nice to know that Shooty's still not afraid to press buttons as well.
Yeah, so he's overcommitted to the standing kick again. It's going to cost him a third of the bar. Oh, he tried to do the standing up flexibility.
No more burst for Larko now.
Oh, that's nice actually. He kind of kept Slayer at bay there to do that.
Gets a 6K, clips it with the dust, baits the burst, and he takes game 2. Big Fakeums!
That was the only option he had left on the table, to do that dust at that particular moment in time, to do that.
Larko with the pop-off. Oh my god, Big Thinkums.
Larko is working hard, you can see it. He's like focused on the game. He's really,
Can't hit going my way.
Nice OTG. Time to throw off
I was just about to say, now that he's working in them overheads, blocking is going to be more of a scarier option because unblockables.
And as we can see here, he's actually got so much
This
of the advantage.
Is all Larko's round.
Yeah, he's got all that momentum now.
RC! Oh my days!
Yep, he's totally.
Larko is completely.
He's totally feeling it now. He's in his element now. I feel sorry for Luke now.
Oh, delay overheads. Gets the just block. Throws out the burst. Not dashing into that hammer no more. He's playing a lot more cautiously now.
Yeah, you have to be careful against Faust, especially with the new, especially with the items and all them options that will be coming out. Can't be getting away with that to punish.
6P.
Nice punch, yes, perfect.
Safe mate. Gets Meteors out on screen. Blocks them, but Meteors are still inbound.
Oh, nice.
Good mix-up. Gets reset. Gets caught into the command grab. Oh, this is big.
Ooh, this is it. This is going to go into the last game. I think he was going for more resets because he kind of knew that he couldn't get away.
He's always teching into drill. Larko does have a tendency to do tech into drill. Gets the pick up off the counter. Very nice. Oh, put on your dancing shoes all the way to the corner. Gets up low. Yep. Command grab going for the loops. Gold burst. Yeah. Purple RC. Just spends 100% just to keep the pressure going. Gets to lay overhead into the reset. Item throw into the low. That's a big hit.
And now he's got burst. What's he going to do with it?
Dead angles out. Gets the low.
Nice
throws him out of the meet. He didn't manage to meet it.
That was quite gutsy. That was really gutsy play from him to go for a throw at that particular moment.
Because if that was a counter hit sweep, that would have been it.
Exactly, yeah. So now it's
oh, throw him out.
Oh, what's it going to be? He tried to jump
and he clips him OTG.
OTG.
Shooty managing to stay alive.
He feels a little bit disappointed now. He's just standing there and he's like, you know, I could have, you know, if I did, you know, but that's just how it is.
That's how these top 8s go. Of course, Larko, you can tell that he was frustrated with getting the pogo, not successfully managed to get combos into knockdown ender with that. So Shooty, of course, staying alive in loser side. He'll be going up against Rad. Meanwhile, Ratfizz will be going up against Inferno Kong. So we actually have Heyoon mirrors. And then Ratfizz is looking at me now. Sean's looking at me, he's like, nah. Yeah, that's right. Projectiles out on screen, not going to be able to see anything. In loser side, yeah, but it looks like we might have. Oh, yeah, we'll continue with that, I would assume. So
So we're going through losers now before we get to the winners final.
Mirror match of the ages. Yes, we are going in with Ratfizz versus Inferno Kong.
Yep.
Oh dear, how do... turn off the stream. It's time to go home.
Yeah, it's over. Pack up your bags,
okay, guys. Now it's time to show you what hard work looks like, according to Inferno Kong. Hard work. Hard work inbound.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan. I'm kind of a fan of Haythun, but the mirror match.
Where do you think Haythun sits tier-wise?
Haythun sits tier-wise. I think he sits just below the top tier. Just below the top tier.
So like a solid B or an A?
I would say if our top tier was like
LFL,
S tier,
yeah.
I'd put him as A+.
I think he's definitely a solid A. Definitely a solid A. Has loads of tools. The only real weakness that Haythun really tends to have is, whilst his buttons do have a lot of priority, a lot of range, they aren't really great in terms of recovery because they are very much like traditional like fighting game normals. His combos all rely on links, so of course there's recovery with all of his normals. But because of that, they are so meaty, they're so active. Like when Haythun first came out, I compared like all of his normals to that of like Elfelt. Because like close S, you don't want to get hit by that. It just hurts. Just link close S into close S, and yeesh. The only real weakness is that Haythun is really wide.
Yeah, it's big. He was just
big, chunky guy.
Hits, guaranteed. Kind of like same issues Potemkin has, but I think this is a better character. So got an interesting colour there for Ratfizz.
But Inferno Kong on player 2 side. At least I think it's player 2 side. Nobody really confirmed. Yeah, John's just giving me the thumbs up. He's like, yeah.
So no one's really in control at the moment now, but yeah.
Inferno Kong
down in control.
Gets a blitz, but again, relying on the charge blitz.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Even when I watch Japanese play, it's like you can rarely see the charge blitz unless it's someone like busy. That's probably the only time I really see it.
Pretty much in combo scenarios, yeah. Because it's just, there aren't many scenarios where I feel like it's really warranted, because when you get a successful blitz, you do have a couple of frames of invul, around about 3 or 4 frames of invul. And if Haythun is forced to block whilst the ball is out, the ball disappears. So within that spot there, if you're just able to throw out a normal to force Haythun to get hit or get blocked, you're out of the pressure. You're able to start up your own pressure. But it's a big commitment. It's very scary to just press the blitz once, because you only have the one opportunity to press it.
Of course,
But Ratfizz managed to take it to the corner, goes for the overhead option again.
I like how Inferno Kong, his blocks have been perfect for the damage dust. I don't think Ratfizz will be going for that option again anytime soon.
I would like to try and see, because Haythun is another character that can YRC Dust as well, to use to extend pressure, so I would like to see that get implemented. All red kick gets a combo. But we're saying this, Ratfizz is putting in work, like it's pretty much a ghetto perfect. It is, I'm calling that a ghetto perfect. That was pretty clean.
Yeah, he had to work quite hard just to even get that. I mean, Inferno Kong was blocking everything, so it's kind of like, how do I break this guard? You know, he's like...
And a very early burst bait there from Ratfizz, and Ratfizz is having to sacrifice his own burst just because of the bait. Gets a counter hit. Inferno Kong now throwing his burst off the table.
And I think he's going to mix up now.
See, nice, clean. Manages to jump out of the pressure. Charges the back kick. Gets the dust confirm off the red RC.
We do a bit of damage because there's a wrist gauge. So we've got 50, like it's almost like a half of the bar in that combo.
Pretty much. Oh, and gets the counter hit on the blitz. Ooh, tries to go for a tick throw, jumps out.
Inferno Kong has them standing punches on lock for anti-air.
Tried to go for a cheeky cross up to jump 2K. Gets up just blocked, jumps out.
Happen here. It could actually still go either way here. I mean,
all it takes is one good counter hit. Picks him up, gets a knockdown into red ball. Gets opened up low, doesn't bring the ball back though. Bounced off the wall, doesn't manage to
that
super
actually
jump.
That helped him get out of that situation.
I wonder if he was able to do anything if he did super jump, punch. Just so, of course, for those of you who aren't familiar with Guilty Gear, there's a gut system where essentially the lower health the character is on, the less damage they take. So the health bars are sort of lying to you. like the big portion of the health bar is actually closer towards the end of their health bar. Especially a big character like Hayun has a big guts rating, which affects that system dramatically. So in those type of combos, near towards the end of them, less hit, the very quick hits that do little damage actually are more optimal, because there's always minimum damage, and with scaling involved, of course, them lighter hits do just as much damage as the big hits.
I mean, everybody's got 420 health in this game, and how it works is that you want to try and get a combo, maybe before 50%, that does maximum amount of damage, because then that first rating will still be in effect for that.
Guts only gets implemented once you get knocked down and once you stand back up, so if you can do a very big combo around 50%, that can take them down to at least a good 10%, that is a very solid combo.
Yeah, and I know we're getting out of hand when it comes to talking about the schematics of this game. Inferno Kong is in control, clearly in control of this mirror match. It could be maybe Rat Face is not fully comfortable with the mirror match, and Inferno Kong's like, whatever, we left just
I can sit back now.
Yeah.
I can just chill. My defense is on point. I can chill.
Yeah, exactly,
Doesn't manage to get Red Ball out, unfortunately. Blocks the overhead.
His blocks are impeccable. Like, you try and do something, you think you have to second guess yourself.
But gets clipped with the overhead. Doesn't manage to go into axe kick to finish off.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and
nice.
catches the backdash and goes into sweep.
See, look, he's playing so good. His defense is, like, second to none so far. I think he's, out of all the players that's currently been in this particular petition of the tournament, he's probably blocked the most dust.
Just blocks, specifically. So he's optimizing his defense as well. So when he finally gets to go on the offense, he's got so much behind him, like in terms of meter and pulse, tension pulse as well.
And with that, he's taken momentum away from the player, knowing full well that he's blocking everything, and the player's now thinking, what can I do? I've gone through all of my mix-ups now. Like, what can I do? I can't do dust, I can't do any lows, I can't do these crazy mix-ups. I'm just sitting here, just knocking against the door.
Hello!
And, not being allowed in.
But of course, with just blocks, of course, it does give you an opportunity to adjust your strings, but that has to come from the player on the offense as well. I mean, just blocking is all well and good, but it does have its own weaknesses, but you need to be able to understand and exploit what's going on at the time, which is easier said than done, for sure. But we're going to go on to our other losers side match now, the top three. So we're going to have Rad versus Shooty.
I think this one might be an interesting game as well. Eno versus Slayer.
A lot of bobbing and weaving between these two characters. It's not going to take many hits to be able to dictate how the round is going to go. Because once either player is down, it's no fun. No fun.
Yeah. I mean, I can attest to that because,
as you were saying, you were playing Shooty before.
As an Eno player. So against Slayer, one of the main things you have to watch out for, well, for any player, is the backdash. Because within that backdash you can cancel that, and the moves that you
just disappears.
And the moves he does retains that invincibility for when he cancels. So you can have up to maybe 16 frames invincibility on a move. It's crazy.
And if there's a Mapper Punch weaved into there from the backdash and it gets counter hit, that's Slayer's in right there.
Exactly.
Of course, he has the 6H as well, which is really good anti-air as well. Gets a counter hit on that, and it's going to be very upsetting. Crosses back to the original side, and there's the 6H. Very early burst going in from Rad there. I respect the fact that he had to burst there. Crosses over to the other side.
I just wonder what Rad's going to do in regards to the neutral to keep Slayer at bay. Because at the moment, I don't think he's using... I don't think he's utilizing the tools that he has to kind of keep him at bay. I think he wants to use damage. But Luke's just... Well, before, wasn't letting him do it.
But we're saying this now. Rad sat on 100% meter, but gets teched out into Dandy Walk.
Jump slash in the air. We don't, jump slash in the air doesn't get used too often by Slayer players, I think. He's obviously got some good tools in the air already, like jump edge slash. But jump slash, get out of the corner, the cross-up utility, maybe use it for that. Here we go, we've got a little mix up here.
Just opened up low. But again, dropping at the same point as well, trying to finish off the combo into a knockdown. Not working out for Rad at the moment. Still a little bit shook. And it's going to do quite a fair bit of damage as well. Put the note on him.
Okay, that's combo there. It's going to set him up in the corner. Bit of recovery to see what Slayer's going to do. Oh,
very nice super, and Rad pops off.
Yeah.
Big thinkums. He got the big read on the blitz there.
A nice counter hit. Nice counter hit, crouching.
Block stroke the big tree.
Nice stand up. Not a lot of people
Gets clipped by the dust.
Yeah. That's a tool that not a lot of people like to think, yeah, I can see that, I can block that.
Oh, nice, that's a big starter. Oh, but doesn't manage to confirm off it.
Oh, why? He had the combo, but he decided to go for the reset instead. But I think he might still have it.
Oh, nice. Throws him out of the
And he's popping off again. Proper popping off. He's getting up. He's just shouting at the screen. You know, he feels like he's working like, you know, he's working like he's never worked before, you know.
Shout out to Margin Obama. I'm going to quote him now. That is a bad witch that we've got right here.
Yeah. I like how Rad is also committing to some of the more difficult combos in the matchup as well. Normally I would just keep it basic.
And gets clipped by Dust again and goes what was that?
I have no idea why he decided to do that. Maybe he wants to just get rid of it so he can do some FDCs. Well, we want to see them FDCs to happen. Oh, nice falling punch to catch the tech roll.
Well, he seems to be in perfect control now, so FDCs, why not?
Yeah, one of the scariest things about Eno is that if you don't approach this fight right, you're just going to get put into that mix-up. And a
very scary burst from Shooty. I'm surprised he didn't get caught out of it again. Goes into dust, into
no
sweep.
Punish from the sweep.
Sit down. Gets clipped overhead. Sit back down. You're not going anywhere.
So I think Rad's trying to get out at any opportunity, regardless of whether he might get hit or not. He's always trying to get out. He might go for the reset here. Oh no. Oh, nice.
A blitz back. Again, we got the charge blitz working into play here.
Nice standing
Good
punch.
5P. That is something that you need to demonstrate.
I think that would have been the fastest option to do, not Quantum Punch, because I think in that situation there, standing punch is a lot of characters actually better than doing it. Okay, that's combo. No knockdown. I think he did the incorrect combo for Slayer. Nice crouch and slash, got the jump away. I think he's starting to read that Rad's trying to get away so often. Just by jumping out. Nice.
Another counter hit 5P, carry to the corner. Hard knockdown from this.
Nice, he waited for the backdash.
Had the meter to confirm as well, but decided not to.
Nice 5P. Punch again. You should never air dash too often, especially against Slayer. Here we go.
We need to see Rad start implementing more stroke the big trees into his mix-up to duck underneath that 5P. He needs to start implementing that option. Sit back down.
Nice,
dead angle.
And a sweep. Meaty sweep. Nice. To close out that game.
Taking up 1-1.
I think Lucas may be getting a bit more comfortable now. You know, he's seen the pop-offs, his own. Yeah, once you pop off, you know, that's
that
it.
pop-off is a sign of weakness.
Yeah, it's a sign of
it shows that you're not confident.
Exactly. Yeah.
A real pop-off is a small little grin and a walk away.
Yes.
that's a real man's pop-off. But yeah, we're starting to see more low options now from Rad.
And we're actually starting to see some more straightforward basic combos rather than more complicated. It allows him to then set up easier from the combo, and you get the pin mount damage anyway. Nice first. Watch out for that punch.
Here we go, that stroke the big tree option. Gets carried to the corner, gets the note on him.
I like how now keeping it quite basic. Oh, Ben, the pressure.
Oh, doesn't manage to get the jump H follow-up.
I've got to commend the blocking there. The blocking was admirable. Or crouching punch. I think he tried to, I think he thought that he was going to air dash again. So he tried to crouch punch this time.
But match point now for Rad. Gets hit by 6H. 6K. Throws him out. Back into mid-screen. Throw the note on him. Good block on the jump dust.
And nice air throw. It's a good pick to do that because if it's a player tries to dance in the air, then the air throw is just quite risky to do the power bunker there. I think the punish could have been stronger rather than the throw. Oh, nice.
Gets a tag trap.
Oh, he's going for the mix-up instead. Keeping it basic, that's what I like to see. He's trying to get out, but...
Burst is still on the table now for Shooty.
I don't know why he's trying to... I think he's trying to do that combo, but realised it's not actually working against Slayer. Nice jump
Gets a hard knockdown.
Just so you know, everyone, her jump heavy slash is also busted this again.
Because why not?
This could be a turnaround. No,
oh, and he goes from there.
Red takes it. So he doesn't do a big pop-off this time, though. He just, like, nods his head, has a handshake, job done.
So now we need to figure out, in fact, Johnster, are we doing winners, semis? Losers, semis first? Right, okay. So
we're going to get...
See you, Chris.
So we're going to get some... What was it?
So yeah, winners, losers semi-final first, actually.
Oh, losers semi-final first. So
yeah, so we're going to be having Inferno Kong versus Rad. And again, I'm pretty sure that this was one of the first top 8 matches that we had at Hype Spotting last year. Pretty much one of the first matches that we had where Rad actually took Hype Spotting, if I'm not mistaken, from last year.
Yeah.
But as you can see there, Rad with his head on the table, he's getting into the zone. He's calling upon his ancestors.
So why are Eno players so, they're unique people?
Mate, you said it, not me.
I said it. I said it. Unique people.
So you know it's fine, ladies and gentlemen. If I were to say it.
Us Eno players are just people. Head on the table, just like saying to people, our character's fair, honest character. Totally honest character.
Honest.
Totally honest. But I'm feeling...
Because, being able to special cancel out a triangle jump,
But I'm definitely feeling that I think, obviously he wants to win. And you can kind of see that he's putting so much extra pressure on himself to perform, and now he's going to go up against someone who
well, that's the life of a sponsored player, man. He's got to let his sponsors know that it's worth sending him out here, man.
Now, going against someone that can actually block. So
well, he could definitely block the high-low.
Yeah.
There's certain situations where I wouldn't be able to say he can block left-right.
Yeah, I know, of course. Yeah.
So.
But to be fair, we haven't really had a left-right mix-up yet, I think.
Not a super scary one.
Yeah, not a super scary one. No instant air dash chemical.
I want, as I was saying to you, I want to see a Dusk YRC triangle cross-up.
I want to see.
If I do that, I might throw up a little in my mouth.
I want to see some dust. I want to see some dust from FDC. That's what I want to see. I want to see some crazy stuff. Like I want to see Rad dash in and do a lot of hops in the air without doing anything, just to kind of like spaz out the opponent, make them think, oh, this could happen, but it's not actually going to happen.
Harry can block, but he's going to be going for the block.
Yeah, exactly, But just one of those.
Once in a blue moon, he might try and do an air throw. Once in a blue moon.
But we'll see. But now we're waiting for the Kong of Infernos.
The king of the jungle.
Yeah, the king of the jungle. Not sure where he is at the moment. Maybe he's having a moment to himself to kind of like think about what he's going up against.
He's probably making a post on Twitter.
Yeah.
Some Antonov meme or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's like just a picture of him and the picture of like whatever moves he doesn't like for the week, like Death Fist or some other stuff like that,
What ticked me off this week in tournament?
Yeah. What ticked me off the most? Not Tekken. Don't know. But Rad over there is still looking, he's still in that zone. He's in that Eno Twilight zone where they're thinking.
I feel like he's got the X-Files theme playing in his head.
No, he's making them guesses in his mind. It's like, would I block high here or would I block low? Would I keep blocking high? What if I do this? What if I do that? He's thinking about all their mix-ups right now.
He's like he's playing Doctor Strange. Yeah. He's got the Eye of Agamotto. He's just repeating the same scenario a million times. There's only one scenario where we win.
Yeah. There's only one scenario where I beat Inferno Kong. Just one. So if I...
How many times did you go through it?
If I millions. If I miss that one, if I miss that one, like air dash, that's it. I've lost the whole set, everything. But yeah, I wonder where Mr. Kong is at the moment. Still waiting. Maybe he's got to get something.
Like I said, we've got till 10 o'clock, so the time is coming up to just shy of 8:45 at the moment. So we're actually doing... Today has been really well because people have brought subs.
Yeah.
It's amazing how efficient tournaments can be run when people actually decide to bring subs.
To be honest, this is probably one of the first tournaments I've been to in a long time where there's so many setups. There was enough setups to run every game at once in the one room rather than have one gameplay and then the next gameplay after
and
that.
Then rotate out. Which is also great for people who've come all the way and didn't really do well in tournaments. Yeah. They get to actually sit and watch these players perform and also get to play casuals with all these top players that have been showing up here today as well.
Exactly, yeah.
And of course, if you want to see more Guilty Gear here in the UK, be sure to follow all the different channels that have been broadcasting today. Of course, if you follow this channel that of course you're watching on right here with Willie, and of course the guys from Robin Hood, Willie puts in a heck of a lot of work broadcasting at Hyper Combo Leicestershire, Sunday Face Off, of course here at Robin Hood's, all over the shop. So really good work from Will A and of course the rest of the team here. And of course there's also been C4IQ Mace, of course he's been running broadcasts here as well. Him and of course Theory Fighter over on Situational Damage. Of course they have hit sessions every Wednesday?
Yeah, every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday hit sessions over on Situational Damage. Where of course they, for the most part, have been running Unist and Dragon Ball. But of course there's still a big following for Guilty Gear in London as well. So really dedicated player base there as well. Big shout outs to them. Looking forward to see them at Versus Fighting. Of course Versus Fighting will be the next big UK major for Guilty Gear. That's happening at the end of July. I think it's July 20th to the 22nd. Let me double check that for you guys.
There's a lot of action happening in the next, like, you know, there's a Polish Tekken tournament happening today as well.
Yeah, Tekken World Tour tournament. There's a couple of guys from the UK actually there at the moment.
Yep. Good luck to them. Major shout outs to them. You know, they've been working, those guys have been working really hard in regards to the tournament, like, since like when we had the first tournaments in the UK. And now things are just kind of blown up for fighting games at the moment, I think. You know, London are having a little bit more regular sessions on Wednesdays, end of the week, end of the month, that sort of thing. All the guys up north are doing so much up here as well. So happy to see kind of like so many people, all these people, like new players. I mean, I've been around for so long that it's like, it's good to see that fact that
there's so many different generations that we've got going on right now. Like I said, Shooty, not many people, it's surprising how many people don't really know who Shooty is because he, like I say, he's that old school, you know.
He's been around for a very, very long time. I can attest to this. But now we're going to get into the next game. So we've got Heyhun on the one-player side, and after that we have Uno on the two-player side. This matchup, I'm kind of familiar with myself. I mean, I've played this a bunch online. I've played Harry a few times in this game as well. And it's very...
very momentum based.
Yeah, it's very momentum based. It's one of those, get knocked down, you're in that mix up, you know.
Deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it, yeah. But we'll see how the person that can block everything can surmount to...
Okay, so round start. Bit scattershot at the moment, but manages to get that count hit. Doesn't get the knockdown though. He will off this, but Rad decided to burst. Early burst off the table. Gets cleared by the jump dust.
Nice burst there. And a nice use of the fireball to circumvent that fireball.
Gets the knockdown. Into the red ball. Spends the super.
Oh no. Nice backdash. Oh, counter hit. That will definitely be a counter hit from the chemical up there.
Last hit of the string.
Oh, white air throw. That's quite a gutsy move to go there.
Good blocking coming in from Inferno Kong. Backs up.
Here we go. I think it's going to even it up now. So it's going to be one guess and then that's it.
And gets clipped by the jump dust again. 3 out of 3 on them jump dusts as well.
Yeah, I think there's a mini pop-up from Rad as well. He put his hands up there. Oh, in the corner of my eye, I saw that.
And Rad, you can't see him right now, but he's singing along. He's bobbing his head to the music.
I like how he started around with Golden Punch though. I mean, that's something that I would do, so it's quite commendable.
Finally getting the block on the jump dust.
Yeah, not a lot of people expect them. People expect the Chemical Love to come after the jump dust. I think he cut them unawares.
Gets clipped with the overhead and has no meter to extend. YRC horizontal Chemical Love. Last burst now, potentially for Inferno Kong. He needs to be able to take this. Good bait. RC's to get the hard knockdown.
It's like, where are you going? Like, this is a tricky position for Eno because Eno can't really jump out that way. She kind of has to fight her way out. And then she's going to go for the mix-up again.
Just a hard knockdown. Empty low. RC. First game going to Rad.
Yeah, Rad is just good. Definitely feeling himself in a moment. So it was working.
Was that a little bit of like chiropractor stuff that he was doing on his neck there? It's like, loosen up. Ooh, getting clipped by the jump dust by the end there. Inferno Kong not adjusting to go for fuzzy blocks, but look at these just blocks in the corner now.
Nice punish, nice burst there. That's counter hit, so we're going to get a full combo here.
And look at that. At least a good 30-40%. Already committed to the button. Chases down the backdash, puts him into block.
Here we go in the corner.
Oh, mistimed 6H. I don't even know what that was supposed to be.
I don't know what that combo he's trying to do is.
Well, I see. Gets the overhead. Gets to punish the sweep.
And then we got a match point for Rad. It seems quite comfortable at the moment. Maybe Fenner wasn't quite ready for the Eno matchup. Might see that later.
Gets the stagger, stroke the big tree. Doesn't manage to mash out. Stroke the big tree again.
Gonna have that little mix up here. Gonna get a bit of free damage. Oh, and that's
goes straight into super. Dead angles out. Goes in for the pressure. Tries to go for a 2K. Stroke the big tree, YRC. Stroke the big tree again. Good blocks from Inferno Kong. Throws Eno out into the corner. Dust. Axe kick keeps him in the corner, but Inferno Kong getting thrown back into the corner. This could do it, yeah.
I think the problem with that was the fact that at that moment in time, Inferno possibly could have got the air throw before Eno. It's just that the tech situation there was quite strange. Because when I saw the Eno air through Haven, I was thinking this shouldn't have worked. It should have been the other way around. I think Inferno wanted to get that air throw, but it didn't quite work out in his favour in that time. So how many more matches you got? We've got what, 2 more matches left. So we've got the losers final now, I believe.
No, we've still got to have winners final. So we're on to the final 3 matches of Guilty Gear Top 8. So of course, over in winners side, we have Shaden versus Benners. So this is a very frequent match. Those of you who go to Sunday Face Off and watch Sunday Face Off on Twitch, you will have seen this a heck of a lot of times. Normally, there's only been a few opportunities that Benners has had to actually come out on top against Shaden, but they've always been that close. It has always been anybody's game. So perhaps with the brilliant performance that Benners has been putting on throughout this top 8 and throughout the whole of pools, we might be able to see a different timeline.
Yeah. Different dimension, different timeline we've got going on here. We've got a lot of changed players. So I wouldn't say they changed players in regards to themselves, but in terms of the massive amount of improvement people have been making since the release of XR. People have been playing it constantly. The online situations improve, so people get to learn the matchups. They might not necessarily learn the perfect situations, but at least they get to play and actually use their characters more, so they know what they can and can't do.
And there's a really good diversity in terms of characters within the UK as well.
It's very good. Yeah.
Like it's not very difficult to try and find a particular character, player that finds a certain type of character.
I would say in the UK we've probably got more kind of like out of the left field characters. We've got more Venom players, we've got more Haven players, we've got more, I don't know, we've got more Bedman players, we've got loads of them type of players.
We've got one, which is more which is more than the entire of the east coast of the US.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
So we basically cover all the bases that other places don't necessarily cover. So we're quite happy knowing that we can go to maybe other tournaments and have success. Like
when it's just crazy to look at how you look at the characters that were picked for this tournament, and you have like 3 Jam players in this tournament. And I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Like say we come to this top 8, no Johnnies, no Elfelts, no Millies. But anyway, going on to winners final. So this is actually going to be a first to 3 best of 5, and Sol versus Potemkin. Typically, I would say this would actually be in Sol's favor because he is just that good at being aggressive with his frame traps. He is just a slightly faster Potemkin, and they're both going for the same thing. They're both going for frame traps, both trying to go for the command grab. They both want to open you up with a grab, but just the speed in which they do it is slightly different.
I like that you used to be standing heavy with Potemkin actually, kind of tipping the back dash. It's not like the perfect solution to do damage capitalize, but the amount of damage it does do. Nice dead angle. Nice heavy.
Tips him out, yeah.
Heavy
pushes him back out into full screen.
Run underneath the standing punch.
Too low down to actually connect with the jump game. Catches the backdash with the YRC.
The first hit.
Nah, he still needs one more. He's going to hold on to it. Just shy of 50 meter for a dead angle. Allows him to tag out with the burst bait.
Ooh,
That's a counter hit. It's going to carry him to the corner with that.
Combo. Moment cancel. Burst.
And the burst. Oh, tried to go for the burst option.
Yeah, he didn't quite get the. Oh, that's nice anyway. Fast slash. He
sends you a piece of paper through the mail. Here's his letter.
I believe he tried to do the burst to kind of punish that move there.
Grab bypass, yeah. As soon as it would come off the ground, just avoid it, go out of the top. That is a really good punish, just unfortunately a bit too early. So first blood going to Banners, but Shaden, he's no slouch. He's come back with a statement with the dust loop to the corner. 50% health already gone. Guts going to become a factor now. Can't hit 6p. Gets a trade, still able to confirm off it. Building that tension pulse, building a lot of meter off this. Spent it on the YRC for pressure.
Oh, nice Potemkin Buster there. We might see a change of momentum.
Safe jump. Gets the hard knock down.
Oh, he Dragon Punch here. Nice Volcanic Grab to the end.
And had the 50 meter to RC as well.
Yeah. He was good to connect there. Nice block there.
Very good burst from Shaden as well. Had to burst at that point after the counter hit. It would have been very scary otherwise.
Nice catch on the Potemkin.
Good backdash to avoid the slide head.
Oh, I was actually expecting another heat there.
Gets a counter hit 6p, carry him to the corner, no double jump.
No
Trishula counter hit.
Nice option. Could do it again maybe. Yep.
YRC.
Into dust.
Dead angles out.
Might burst here maybe. Nope. Close enough.
Oh, can't hit Bandit Bringer.
They tried to do the air throw there, wasn't quite in the right position for it. Oh, back there.
Takes out 2Ps out of the gunplay.
I think at the moment both players are kind of trying to find where they can lay their claim and do a bit of damage. And it looks like Bennett is now in control. I think she tried to jump heavy there. Nice standing punch.
Clips him out of the air.
Oh, and crouching punch. The standing punch actually beat the dive kick outright. Fully, like, no question.
It is a very chunky normal.
Just have to let them know that it's
first to three, with it being winners final. Very strong start. I'm surprised that I'm surprised that Shaden, I think he might get pushed to play Kai in the last round if it goes to 2 games.
Possibly. I mean, his Soul isn't playing so badly right now. It really depends if he really does get that bad where he might need to play Kai.
But just trying to make a point now, gets the slide head.
Nice kick.
Wake up, wake up, hold on.
Yeah. So now, I'm about to say Shaden's, well, Shaden is in technical control, but losing that combo did actually cost him a little bit. Volcanic, that's a bit of commitment, no meter.
Oh, Heavenly.
Catch him, that's not going to even it up, but
it's going to do a lot. It's going to be Hellfire. It's not going to put him less than 30%.
Nice backdash, but unfortunately
gets clipped by the end of Gold Burst.
Yeah, that was nice use of.
Oh, doesn't confirm into the anti-air.
Yeah, I think that was guaranteed he's going to be Dragon.
FD's out, 2P.
What's going to happen here? I thought heavy touch is going to happen here. Oh, no, forward punch. What's going on here?
Ben is very confused.
How did that even happen? Like, I want to know how that happened. That was guaranteed forward punch any day of the week, but no. But no, got Shaden.
I think Benners might have been a bit too greedy to try and go for the 6H.
Yeah, no, yeah. With a straight up forward punch counter hit. No questions asked. Nice. Yeah, the backdash. Nice.
Backdashes, jump S. Backdashes, Bandit Bringer gets the counter hit. Gets.
See, that forward punch from the last round could have been it.
We wouldn't have to deal with this.
Yeah, exactly.
50% meter.
Oh, if he gets hit again, that's it.
Oh, wow, maybe only manages to avoid that.
Crouching punch, I always thought about that. Maybe for that particular time. That
execution error on the IED. Stayed in the air.
Well, he tried to do something there. I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to do.
Still alive, though. We'll have to go for an offensive burst if he wants to use it.
Yeah, Soul's still a bit, oh yeah, catch him in his last frames of the backdash.
Tying it up 1-1.
I think he's finding some level of comfort now. I mean, he was having a bit of trouble in the first game, but now I think he's kind of getting to his stride, but we'll see after this game if he can maintain any sort of level of, like, you know, confidence.
I think Shaden is slightly caught on that. Of course, there is an over-reliance on the backdash on Bennis' part.
Yeah.
Like, it's strong. It's a very strong option, but you can't use it too often. It does, because all it takes is a YRC, and then that no longer becomes a big thing anymore.
Exactly, just like that Wi-Fi, you know.
You can't watch Netflix. No more Netflix for you.
Yeah.
No Netflix and chill here. We're here to play video games.
That's a nice use of forward heavy slash there because he's using that against the soul backdash. No, we got a counter hit. No.
Jump D. Meaty K into a reset. Doesn't manage to get the pickup though. Perhaps just a bit too far out.
Nice
Can't hit.
Ben is now pulling control. What's his option? Slide
Goes
hit.
for side head.
He was thinking he was going to pick up the wall there. And then goes backdash. Nice
Gets a trade.
Yeah.
Oh, tries to go for the blitz. Just a bit too far out.
He'll be quite scared now.
Oh, and the counter hit, jump D. 2-1. I would like to see Shaden just to go to characters like just to breathe.
Yep.
Yes, and he's doing just that.
Character select, we might see a Kai.
And he's doing the swap. No more messing around. Now, even though, of course, we were saying about how Sol was particularly strong, this is also this is scary for Kai also. Yeah. This is because there's just so much space that Potemkin can control as well.
Yeah.
He's going to be needing to set up obstacles, but the fashion in which he sets up them obstacles needs to be sporadic. It can't just be basic. You can't just be grind a projectile. It needs to be a lot more involved than that. Otherwise, all it takes is one flick, pressure goes completely. But if he's able to force Bennis to block, like, Kai has a lot more options to deal with backdash than what's on this. Like, that 6H will do glorious work on backdashes.
All them active frames always come in handy in a matchup like this.
Empty low.
Yep.
It's a superb. See, look how clean this is. It's a grinder. Dead angles out. Backdashes. Goes back out into neutral.
Never right to Potemkin out of this, even though he's got a little bit of life left. You only need one guess, basically.
Grinder. Only just, unfortunately, missing the flick.
I think that just went straight into his head. He kind of just went around the flick instead. Nice catch him forward heavy, forward punch, but he wasn't quite close enough to get the standing slash.
Finishes slide head with the IAD, puts him into the grinder. Gets a knockdown into another projectile.
So 101 guilty right here.
Clean neutral, goes back into knockdown. YRC just decides to hold it. Tried to bait for a burst. Potemkin Buster. Safe jump. Burst off the table now for Shape. Gets the flick off the grinder. Gets clipped. Doesn't manage to get much of it though. Go back into mid-screen, cross underneath.
Oh, that's nice. Potemkin kind of just dancing around in a moment, trying to find his opportunity to either flick something or at least wait for Kai to kind of get in range. Like to try the YRC to kind of capitalize on the different situation. Trying for the air throw. Didn't quite get it. I just wanted to cross up. Oh, no.
Backdash sweep.
See how that turned around after picking Kai. Thinking now he might as well just stick with his main for the rest of the tournament, I hope.
Take a second to breathe. Final game now for both players. Loser of this will now have to go on to face against Rad over in losers final. Burst off the table for Bennis. Manages to not get the slide head. Gets a counter hit jump HS though. That's a very good start.
Dan's got a bit of work to do now. He's left Kai on the other side of the screen.
Oh, gets a counter hit flick. That's good. Meaty dust. Jump HS. Oh, this is big. Yep, had to burst out. Very good burst point there for Shaden. Managed to see the start up, a 6H. Had no meter to RC.
Yep.
Dead angles out.
Heavy might do again.
Catches the backdash. Jump dust.
Jump dust into his run. So it looks like Bennis might end up being right there in the top 2 situation. So far, got another round to work.
Will Bennis be able to defeat his demon, his Northern demon? Just blocks on the second hit of 6H. Blocks.
Nice instant block.
Tries to go for a meaty. Puts him straight back into the corner.
And that, well, this could theoretically be it.
Look at this meter. He's going to be able to go into dizzy from this.
Nice.
Baits the
That's
burst.
It. Perfect round. Absolutely perfect
round.
Oh, what? Oh! We were actually expecting something completely different there. I thought that was going to be it. That's all.
Oh! Banners, don't do that to me, man. Banners, are you an idiot or something? Are you trying to kill me? Oh my days. Go get out. Hey. Okay, so we're going to say sayonara to Sakuta.
Sorry, unfortunately I have to go now. I've got a train to catch. Had a very delightful week. I mean, week. I have a delightful week. But
it feels like a week.
Yeah, it does feel like a week, especially for me. But yeah, I'm actually quite happy I decided to come down here, and I'm hoping in the future, provided someone lets me know once, then I'd hopefully make more visits, hopefully actually play in the tournament, get a little bit more involved because I've just been busy all this time. So, you know, but unfortunately, have to depart. But it's been a very interesting grand finals. I mean, finals of the tournament. I thoroughly enjoyed all the gameplay and all these matches, considering what happened in the last game.
Absolute lunacy. I actually want. Don't clip that. Don't clip that.
Clip it.
No, don't. Don't send it to me. Whatever you do, please. I'm begging you.
Well, okay. Sorry, guys, but have to go. Hopefully there'll be another time. But I'll leave you with BP. Thanks again, and hopefully someone else will take over. Give me 1 second.
Don't clip that. Don't send that me. Okay, so thank you very much, Sakuta.
Can everyone please clip that and send it to Ben?
You can follow me at bparrot789, but if you send at me, I'm going to block you. I'm going to block anyone who sends it me. I'm going to block you. What? No, I'm not. I'm talking to them. If they clip me that end of that last match, I'm going to block them on Twitter. I won't have it. Absolutely disgusting. So, we're now joined by 13's very own Inferno Kong. What happened, man?
I mean, look, I was drenched. I was drenched from head to toe. Man, you know what? British weather is so bad, right? Like, the summer isn't even hot, it's just humid.
Yeah, and you walk, as soon as you walk in and out of the room.
No matter, you know what? I'm pretty happy so far seeing a big body in grand finals on the side. Like, pretty happy with that.
This top 8 is pretty diverse. Like when you, I was saying to Sakuta before, when you compare it to like US tournaments, you normally see a lot of like Johnnies, you see a lot of Ravens, you see a lot of Elfelts. Not any of them 3 characters are in this top 8.
The variety is condensed from the top 5, basically.
The only sort of like
right here.
The only really sort of really high tier character that slipped through the cracks is Eno.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. But of course, going into losers final, Shaden already has his burst off the table. Rad is just...
This character's so oppressive, man, and Rad makes it work so well for him.
7 golden letters. The guy has...
Stone cold killer.
He's out for blood. he wants to drown banners. He just wants to put his head in a bathtub. Oh, very good burst. You had to burst at that point.
That, but I'm not sure. Maybe.
Nah, you can only special cancel.
Okay.
So you would have to go into something. But that was going to be a big hit regardless. Puts him into the note. Gets cleared with the jump dust. Oh, drops hit. DPRC. This is the last chance now. He still has burst on the table, but can't use it so effectively against Rad.
It's going to be hard to change things when he's got no meter, and there you go.
Yeah, game 1 going to Rad. Trying to use a defensive burst against Zeno is just frowned down. You can only use your burst offensively as a gold burst.
I think it's more the way from what I've seen from Rad play. It's the way he does it. It's very in tune with his pressure. So even if you don't burst, he's still sort of on you. Oh.
Catches the tech. Wall dives out.
Yeah, that's fair. Just generate space.
Oh, counter hit off stroke the big tree. No conversion though. Carries him towards the corner. Gets opened up low. Dust loops. Drops it.
Yeah, it's tricky on these sort of characters. It's tricky on this weight class.
Gets clipped by the end of horizontal chemical though. Stroke the big tree. Good blocks. Dive kick. Goes back out into mid-screen. Pressure restarts. Gets counter hit off Gunflame.
Alright, this is big.
Gets a hard knockdown. Look at that corner carry. And Shaden sat on a lot of meter.
Nice. That was alright.
I was going to say I'd be very upset if Shaden did manage to clean it out with 75 meter and with the significant life lead that he had. Oh, the clash round start. Early burst there from Shaden. Punish.
What the hell is that move?
It's
I've never seen that in the visual.
Psycho Crash. Psycho Crusher, mate.
Okay. Nice
Good air to
pressure.
air. Continue to force him to block. Good air block there. Jump H.
Once again, he's still on top of him. And gets opened up.
Only just manages to avoid getting hit.
Good choice. Alright, goes up with the low.
Gets a conversion. Look at this meter
Crispy
build.
clean. Oh,
But drops the end of it. Still manages to keep pressure though.
He's going to drop those crispy combos.
Oh, wow.
That was a really poor punish, unfortunately, on Shaden's end.
But manages to get the pickup from the counter hit Gunflame. One more. He puts himself into the corner. Rad keeping it simple with the combos. Gets clipped with the overhead.
Is that it?
Yeah, that is. Oh, manages to take out. Bursts out.
Alright, he's got one chance to live. Yep, RC.
On RC. Gunflame jumps over it. Clean. Very nice response there from Rad. Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I'm pretty sure Shaden could at least defeat there. Like, Rad was too low to the ground to block, I think.
Very clean opening up there from Rad.
Excellent conversion.
Brings him back down. Hard knockdown, but no Okino. Gunflame by RC. Catches him out of the air. Sit back down. Tries to go for the wild throw. Rad jumping out.
Great punish on the command throw, by the way. It's unfortunate he didn't get the whole lot of it, but I do like the idea behind it.
Super.
Plus
Gets
range.
blocked. Straight into a fuzzy overhead.
So plus. So plus.
And you want to know the scary part? Rad isn't even implementing half of the buffs that Eno got from 2.1. Do you know? Do you know?
Well, you know what? I did talk to him about it, and he said that they're sort of negligible buffs, like the way she sort of... Is it negligible?
They're super strong.
Okay.
Because, of course, Eno traditionally is a very strong high-low character, but the buffs also strengthen her left-right. Why does she have a... Okay, tell me this, Harry. Why is she able to... Why is she able to YRC her dust into a left-right mix-up?
Nah, I can't do it, man. I don't play this game. Don't ask me shit.
Don't give you tech. Okay, sweet. Can't hit. That's a very big starter. Look at that. 50% already off the table. Clash.
Wow.
Good YRC.
Isn't Kaiser 6-piece still the same in this version?
Pretty much, yeah.
Behind, yeah.
Oh, that will never go away. That's staple. That's not just Kai. That's Arc System Works, mate. Don't get it twisted. Good neutral jump to avoid the Scum Dipper.
I'm not
6H.
sure if he's looking for the meter build so that he's able to catch the Scum Dipper.
Gets clipped by the air dash. Vertical chemical of YRC. Rad is wanting to dig his way back into that grand final. And another can't hit jump D, but no confirm off Shaden. 6P, very nice. Nice chunky bit of damage again, another 50%. Doesn't manage to block on the Psycho Crusher.
Nice.
Note is on screen. Cross back up to the original side. Good counter hit confirmed into the free H. YRC.
Unfortunately, no pressure there. He just gets a bit of space. And with YRC,
Oh, that's a very nice frame trap right there. Gets the counter hit. Managed to start pressure. Counter hit 6P. That's going to be it.
That's it, yeah.
Even if he burst, it was too far out. Look at the spacing. That was prime spacing.
Yeah. Like these two characters sort of operate the same way in that their main game plan is revolved around depression. Obviously, both very different in their regards, but it still sort of remains the same.
Counter hit, manages to get the confirm off it. Into DP, text back out into mid-screen. Counter hit 2H. That's what happens when you get counter hit 2H. Good block and stroke the big tree. Bursts back out into neutral. YRC's the projectile. 6P cross under. Gotta put him in the grinder. Psycho Crusher's out. DP.
I agree with that.
Can't hit projectile. YRC on both sides. Cross side swap.
Yeah, great.
Shaden puts himself on the board.
Nice safe way to end it, I think. Just sweep into projectile. That is some super turbo stuff right there.
Shaden showing that he is no slouch. I am not going to be third place, thank you very much. Gets clipped by the jump dust.
Yeah, I agree with the burst. Like, again, this character's impression is just through the roof.
And the meter build as well. Like, all of her combos, like, just do fantastic in terms of meter building.
She gets to do all the same stuff over and over again.
Pretty much, yeah. And she has the best 2 supers in the game.
Yes.
Gets a hard knockdown. Back, see, catches the backdash.
Almost a full conversion, but at least he gets into the mixer. Then that can close around out as well on mixer.
And gets clipped. Oh, manages to 5P his way out.
Oh no! Rare drop on that. Oh.
Gets thrown.
Yeah.
Match point now for Rad.
Oh, you have a big for Dragon Ball.
Good backdash on the Cycle Crusher. Gets a hard knockdown with Scum Dipper. Meaty 5K. Scum Dipper. Grinder. What's a look? Empty low. Can't hit 2H. That's a big hit.
Such a good idea, man.
Takes out mid. Oh, yeah, gets a hard knockdown. Tries to go for a tech out mid-screen. It's not going to take much now for Shaden to be able to finish this out. But he needs to be careful on how he does it because Rad is sitting on a hell of a lot of meter. Try to anticipate the jump dust, but gets opened up low.
Nice
Clips
choice.
with the projectile.
That's a great choice from Shaden, I'll tell you what. Just the air fireball so that he's able to stay in that neutral position in the corner.
Oh, very scary there from Rad. Almost got clipped by can't hit jump dust again.
You notice as well how Shaden's only really bursting up off against this character, right? That's just all part of the oppression. Like, perhaps maybe Rad wants this because this gives him an opportunity to do stuff like this. And no risk of burst.
Burst off the table, exactly. Gets the charge blitz. Last chance now, empty low. Baits out the blitz back. Another empty low. Burst off the table for Rad. Removes the projectile off screen. Good blocks. Tried to go for an air throw. Oh, goal burst.
Nice.
Gets thrown out.
Good stuff.
Commiserations to Shaden, taking third place.
Always a strong showing up here. Always a very consistent player. So you know, you gotta give it out to that man.
Big shout outs.
He's able to play 2 characters at a tournament level, and he can interchange it between them like seamlessly. That's like warrior status. That's like hard and warrior status. Oh boy, camera's on us now.
Camera's on us. So of course, before we get started on grand finals, again, just read out to you our standings for top 8. So, let's have a look here, see. Oh, I was on it just a second ago. Why is it playing up now? Come on. Have you got it just on there, standings?
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, so, for top 8, so at joint 7th place, we have Kai, Leo, and Larko Faust. Joint 5th, Rat Fizz Hayun and Shooty Slayer. In 4th place, we have our very own 13 Inferno Kong Hayun.
Okay.
And of course, in 3rd place, we have WD Shaden. So of course, this has been brought to you by Fist of the North Star Robin Hoods.
I can't believe it. We're coming to the end of another one. You know, now we've got to wait for a whole new year to just
a whole
do
new year.
We've got to wait a whole year just to do this all over again.
But perhaps not. There are a couple of other UK events that are coming with Guilty Gear in the future. So keep your eyes open. Pretty much all the players that you see here will also most likely be able grand finals, yeah. If you want.
Oh, you want to commentate? Alright.
You don't play this game though. You entered, but you got drowned in pools. I got drowned in pools. Come sit down, man.
Be my guest. I insist.
So, joining us on the mic, situational damages C4 IQ.
What is going on? What is going on?
Grand finals.
I feel like I'm in the upside down world.
Venice is in winner's side.
What? How? What happened? I saw him beat Brad.
Yeah. Then that was winner's final.
I heard he got perfect.
Yeah, you got perfect. 7 golden letters, mate.
So I haven't been playing this game for a while.
Mate, he went into instant kill. Red instant kill.
I saw that, yeah. And he whiffed those shaders.
I wanted to slap him and say, are you trying to give me a heart attack?
Mate, my chest was, there was a lot of pain in my chest. Mate.
Speaking of pain in my chest.
I think Brad's getting angry.
Angry might, I think that's too weak.
Yeah, I think it's a slight understatement. He is...
Look at these combos. Look.
Yo, look, he's singing. This is what happens when you get sponsored.
What, you get a karaoke deal along with it, yeah. Voice packs. Gets a flick. Oh, beautiful confirm. Take him into the corner.
Like, what happened? What did you do to Bennett?
What did
you gave him a Super Soldier serum because he was playing, the last time I checked, he was playing Overwatch, Fortnite, all of that.
He was? He still is?
How is he winning? I heard that. This is what I heard, that through the grapevine.
Through the grapevine, yeah.
I heard Eno got way better.
Oh, yeah, well. Eno's the only character in this top 8 that's like S tier.
Yeah, there's no Johnnies.
There's no Johnnies, no Ravens, no Elfelts.
Bennett's the best. Let's just be real. He made Shaden go back to Kai. Yeah, he made Shaden go back to Kai. That's literally insane.
That's how you know. Gets the flick. Rad being very scared now.
Slide head.
Ooh. Burst still on the table now. Tried to bait it. Gets thrown for his trouble. Gets meat-eat.
Stop it.
Oh, gets caught at the tag out. Oh.
But why? What? He's too good.
Another burst bait. Why?
He's too smart.
Big thinkers.
Intelligente run. Oh, I like it. Pressure.
Oh.
I think it would have been hard to go for that. And he might have put
Can't hit flick. Carry him to the corner. Doesn't manage to get the second dash.
Yeah, that's alright though.
Burst now off the table.
Yeah, nice and early.
Good just blocks on the projectile as well. Look at that meter gain, even though he's getting hit. Going all the way up to over 50%. Oh, tries to go for a big read.
At least he's out. Oh,
he's staggered. Stands up at the last second.
Oh, he's out.
Mega fist.
It's not too bad. He didn't take that much damage.
Try dash low. Oh no, Eno's definitely better than Raven now. For sure. For sure.
He looks borderline broken. Oh, sit on her. Give the butt trick.
Oh, he almost got that.
I think maybe he tried to wear armor for it. I think he should have just blocked. So Rad's got he's in losers, right?
He's in losers, so he needs to win 3 games in order to reset the bracket.
Ben has already lost count. He's been such a tear. He's like, oh, I didn't win. What's the score then?
All round start 6H.
Yeah, he's trying to. He needs to go
back
hit
to
6P. Yeah, there we go. Nice. He needs to play how he was playing before. I think he feels like he's supposed to get over and done with that. But he needs to play super patient.
Today has been a long day, to be fair, he's been playing a lot of games. He's been in Dragon Ball. He's been in Guilty Gear.
He should have got top 8 in Dragon Ball. I saw his match. The one he lost, he gave way. I don't want him to do it again. This is the only problem with Bennett. Is when he goes in tilt, he plays horrendous. He plays really bad. Oh, see on her face? Oh, try that. Forward dash. It's so hard to get slide head.
Because pretty much most of the time, she's always going to be targeting.
Yeah.
So,
exactly. What's she ever going to do in the ground? Bar straight a big tree. Chemicals in the air, like all the good stuff is there. So.
Okay, so we finally got that hard knockdown.
Good air
sit back down, please.
Yeah, he's not trying to hear any of that. But I don't like guitars.
Takes back out into the corner.
Good block by Rad, good throw by Ben.
Meaty 5K. Gets a flick.
Rad does
slides underneath projectile. Disgusting.
Yeah. I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe trying to instant block and just next to the timing.
Dead angle's out. He has to go from here. Still got burst, but he'll have to use it offensively. He won't be able to use it as soon as he starts getting hit. Blitz. Very nice blitz on the note.
Oh, he didn't burst down. Maybe he wasn't aware.
2 games down. 1 more to go for the reset.
Grand finals. What? This is insanity. I like it though.
But we've still not seen Dust YRC crossover.
No.
No.
Is he saving it? Saving it for a lot.
I don't think he's like got it into his hands yet. I think it's not like fluid enough.
Maybe. Oh my gosh, yeah. Goal burst.
Very nice blitz back.
Sponsored player, man. Ready for that stuff. Not much damage though, that's alright.
But it's out on 100 meter.
Oh, good block
Safe.
by Benners, but
Straight into a fuzzy overhead.
yeah.
I mean, why?
Oh, and it's a grey beat, but damage is still the same. Trying to get, I think he wanted IPS, but it doesn't matter. He's blocking that for sure. Oh, he's sitting on it. Oh, the low.
Gets clipped by the note. Burst is out.
I agree. Kind of. I forget it's funny, can't get in. Every time I see the burst, I'm like, okay, you got match neutral, you're going to get in there, but
Potential reset match now for Rad. Oh, that's a good counter hit. Strong start for Benners. 33% off the table.
I think you should play a little bit more maybe now. Dropped in for no burst on the table, we can look for that. Good, I think he had to purple RC there. He had to. Good backdash, good block, hit the block, but four buttons. He was challenging a lot more in the other matches, but he was pressing buttons even when he was getting hit by him. Just in case Rad went for the reset. And he was hitting like close assist.
And 2P?
Yeah, I was like, wow, this man has no clue. Good backdash, but no. Oh, no.
Oh, and use a stroke the big tree to read the burst. Reset now.
So yeah, this is that was 3 games straight. That was
Just go back to character select. Just take a second, breathe, change the stage, change the music,
Yeah.
whatever. Just take a second.
Find the game plan you had before. What he was doing before is totally different to what he's doing now.
But I think one of the main things is that it was more so on Rad's end. Rad was playing really scared of Potemkin. It looked like the matchup itself, it looked like Rad was scared of going up against Potemkin. Whilst now, I just don't think he has any regards for Benners' life.
He's out for blood. Oh.
See, like he never did that in winners final.
Right,
Never.
okay. I guess he was trying to just cope with like chemical and stuff like that.
Oh, nice. Take him all the way to the corner.
He didn't wake up chemical. He has, yeah, you're right. He has no regards.
Because like before, of course, I was talking to Zach about how he was playing really timidly because he's afraid of the flick on horizontal chemical lock. Because that's it, pressure over. Stop doing what you're doing. Oh, and the delay on the dive.
Yeah, you charge that to the maximum. Nah, I don't think Bennett's first here.
Nah, it's not worth it. There's no return. You're not going to come back from this. Stroke underneath the big tree to get the counter hit. Doesn't manage to finish off, but is just able to sit back. Sit back, let it rock, chip him out if you want to.
Yeah,
good backdash. Let's clip by no.
He's been getting underneath note with that as well. That's unfortunate that time he didn't. I mean, he is a big body.
Big boy struggles.
Overheads. Nice confirm there by Rad. Oh no.
Oh, and catches the burst. Vertical chemical of YRC. Seven golden letters.
Well, stop playing.
Benners is getting smothered right now. First game going to Rad in the reset. Just take some time, calm down.
Yeah,
you don't need to jump straight back in.
He's
Rad has got all the momentum right now. Put him on ice.
Yeah, he's getting. I think he's very antsy. He wants to get over and done with too quick, but there
nice.
Here
we go.
There's a challenge. That's what we need to come back.
But it is going to put Eno back on full screen, so he's going to need a slide head. Yeah, managed to get the successful slide head.
Wow.
OTG burst.
Like, to me, those bursts look really desperate.
Well, with burst off the table now for Rad, he is going to be able to do Dust FC.
Yeah. Buster. Here we go.
Oh, an empty into Potemkin Buster.
See, this is what I mean. Like, Brad's showing that he's so desperate. He's done wake up,
blitz,
then before that wake
up. An OTG burst, yeah.
He's not trying to take any momentum. And again, he's still got a blitz on the table, so if he gets in, he's been doing wake up chemical up a lot as well.
Gets a pickup. Doesn't manage to get a command grab at the end of it, but does get the note and gets a slide head for his trouble.
He's in there. No, he's not.
Benners sat on a lot of meter as well.
He stood up. He tried to challenge. You know what? I respect it. He only got 2 hits out of it. There we go.
There's the catch. He extend.
Now he's
slide head. Manages to jump out.
Ooh. He's got some time. Double hit, so the armor didn't work out for him. Oh, he's walking back. He's in back now. Oh my god.
Big hit now. He's going to be able to RC off ICP.
Is he going to take the burst?
No, he's going to save it. Trishula, purple RC, takes the burst. Doesn't manage to confirm of it though. Manages to grab him out of the air.
Yo, reach out and touch someone. and he was blitzing, but didn't make a difference. Oh, sorry, he was FDing. You can blitz it though. You can blitz it, but I don't know if he had the meter. That's that 1-1.
Well, that's 1-1. Benner's finally taking one game. He's putting himself on the board.
And the biggest difference is that he was challenging with S again. That was it. He got like 4 heats up. He got the burst and then pot busted his way to victory.
Nice jumping.
That was so nice. Like, come on now.
Can't hit jump dust. Needs to be careful of the horizontal YRC. Has a lot of meter to spare.
Challenge.
6P, very nice. Doesn't get a counter hit though, so isn't able to follow.
Nice confirm by Rad there.
Gets clipped. I'm not too sure what it was that he was trying to do there. Backdash.
Yeah, the pot special with it. I'll agree with that burst. Why not? Ooh, that's completely dangerous.
Can't hit jump dust.
Yo, nice confirm.
On 100% meter now.
Yo, yeah, next hit. Or as long as the block, the legs. I'll do it. Oh, I should wake up super.
Wake up.
Super. Yeah, totally.
Oh, he's stunned.
Buster, super.
Oh! Why are people idiots? Why do people do this?
The beauty of that is that you can see Rad was massive. Take the information. I know there's a little bit like, oh my gosh, what's going on, but he is pressing buttons. He is scared. I think he was right. Like, he is definitely still playing scared. Hence why whenever he gets knocked down, he's doing something. He's not trying to block.
He does not want to be like, okay,
yeah,
do your thing. Do your thing. Yeah.
Backdash.
And he has the opportunity to block because he's always got so much meter because he's Eno.
Yeah, totally.
Double super, 7 golden letters. What a response.
That was super quick. What was that, 14 seconds?
Yeah, 14 seconds.
14 seconds for Eno. Oh no, not started at the beginning.
2P. Gold burst.
Got a bar. Well, I agree with YRC. The slider wasn't going to hit him. He was still airborne. I think he was scared a bit of getting punished. I don't think he was punished. Backdash. No, you can't backdash if you've got meter.
No meter on the table though. Oh, Heavenly Potemkin Buster. That won't probably be enough to even it, but...
No, it'll be close. No, it's not that close. Oh, he didn't put the backdash.
He's going to be able to combo off that. Yeah, very good burst there.
Good flick and good response. He's seen, obviously, when he does flick, that Brad's been doing the shoulder big tree. That's get underneath it. Instant block, jumps away. No RC. Doesn't need it.
Doesn't need it. He's on 100% meter now. All he needs is one more.
I like it.
And he gets a low.
I like it.
It's a 6H.
I thought he was going to grab, and I thought the backdash was going to... Yeah, that was smart. That was smart.
Benner's is now needing just one more game before winning Fist of the North Star.
Oh, wow. We've got Clark giving him power. He doesn't need it.
He wants to send him his energy. Yeah, do the thing, man.
Let's go, Ben.
Let's go, Benners.
Do it for Overwatch. Oh, good straight to big 300 far S.
Reinhardt is my favorite champion.
Champion all deserved.
Champion.
Okay, Rad's going for no pressure.
Tried to do the fuzzy. I saw him do the high-low, high-low. Oh, cross up on the other side.
Absolutely fair. Yes, let's go.
Bursts out.
He did not want to take any corner pressure.
He's always been going for straight to big tree.
Benner's is adapting, but then he adapted by doing the YRC. So,
super.
Oh no, he's blocking.
Yeah, he's blocking.
Good.
But you know, best super in the game because why not?
Yeah, you know, he deserves it. He earned that. Flick some bogeys. Oh no, he's going to slide head. Definitely prefer flicking this in the matchup. There we go. She's too airborne to get any of that.
RC, able to start pressure. Charge blitz.
Why not? Why not? Hit behind you. Why not? Good character. Yeah, Brad's beating it. He's got his mojo back.
Oh, trade? That's fine. Yeah, that's a good trade.
Take that. You definitely want some of that. Yeah, I think you need to go more air to air, especially with S. That covers so much range. Good block.
Good counter hit on the close S.
Stop dashing at me, man.
Slide head. Good backdash. YRC,
yeah,
flick.
Good.
Oh, gets a hit, but doesn't manage to confirm with the jump HS. Doesn't manage to get much off it. Doesn't manage to get a knockdown. Okay, so knockdown. Goes for the high blitz. Gets opened up low. Gets opened up overhead. Yeah. Burst is now off the table. Jumps into the note.
Don't get flustered. Pull it down.
Gets a flick. Hard knockdown. Ooh, trying to catch a backdash.
Double backdash. Brad is trying to be.
Jump dust. Sit back down. Burst off the table.
I don't know about that burst. But it's going to work. Oh, he got. Ooh.
Sit back down. Backdash is a 6H.
What a backdash.
Oh, scramble. Gets a confirm. Oh, no, doesn't manage to get it. Flick.
Good flick.
Side head, nice.
In there. Ooh.
CP!
You're too good. Stop it. Bender's best.
Hard knockdown.
Good.
Gets a blitz.
No,
Does
that's
a
not fair.
charge blitz,
Not
though.
fair, not fair, not fair, not fair.
KSXP!
Wake up! Yo! He doesn't wake up! He just didn't wake up! That was so sick!
Tournament point now for Benners. Oh, just around side 6H.
Calm down, calm down.
Don't touch yourself.
You're not that sick, yeah. Stop feeding yourself. Go back to playing properly, please. Back dash. Oh no, Brad's adapted. He's evolving. Someone gave him the super block.
Jumps out.
Good block. Oh no, okay. Not
Gets hit by the second vertical Kemalov counter hit. Jump dust.
Good air to air, Bradley.
Hard knockdown.
Bradley's there.
Counter hit.
Take that. Oh my.
Ooh.
Okay, don't overextend. I like it. This is good, Ben. Should have done it when you had the life lead, but this is good. There we go. Yeah,
100 meter.
You don't need to slide head, just flick.
Oh, that's a big.
He's got 100 tension.
He's going to be able to go into the corner now.
He might not take the next hit. Wow, ballsy. That was really gutsy. He could have hammered him. Oh, yes, he is excited. He is a very
I can't commentate
man.
this. I'm sorry, I can't. I don't know.
Last game?
Last game. Come on, let's see.
It's so good to see Benners wanting to win. Like, he's so blasé about matches all the time. But now he's got the finals, he's like, hold on a second. I'm a good player, man. Respect me.
Good. It's opened up overhead.
Slide head.
Gold burst. A lot to work with. Gets cut with the overhead.
Second hit. Oh, I thought I was the anti-air grab. Oh my gosh.
Back dash.
Yeah,
with the YRC.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can't back dash with the YRC.
Blitz.
The low, nice. I think, yeah, he took her blitz as well. Rad tried to blitz back. Blink. Stop it. Benners, you're hurting like that. Get him back. Run away.
That's a big counter hit.
Yeah, you try and wave. Try and run away. Go on. Get in there. Go
Puts
on.
him into the corner. 75 Mia! This is big!
Grab her. Get you some. Get you some.
Rad is hot.
Go,
Let's go. Tournament point now for Benners.
Go, Forrest. Oh, no. Stop.
Everyone's in anticipation.
Slide head. No slide.
The room is pretty much in silence.
Yeah, no. Dead. We're on commentary.
I don't know what to do. But Rad is pretty much in control.
Yeah, he knows that. Fine. He didn't pull it back last time.
No YRC. Final game. Final round.
It's for all the marbles.
Jump dust. Counter hit.
Oh, wait, no, okay. He was literally close.
Tries to go for the reversal blitz. Didn't take much damage from that.
He didn't. He tried to challenge. You know what? I respect it.
Last burst coming in from Benners now. Good counter hit flick.
Yeah, he needed that. Oh my
what
gosh.
on earth was that?
Oh, he just made this an interesting game. Oh no.
Tex into Trishula.
No. Okay, he's got no meter though. He's got no meter.
No meter. And
he can
Benners is coming up to 100%.
Yeah, he can wake up fine. Oh, he can slide it up. This is the time to back that. He's got no meter.
ICP. Jump dust. Ooh. That's it. That's it. That's. Oh no! And that's it. And Hound Rad manages to drag it all the way back from winners.
That was good stuff by Rad. He's I like the passion. I like the passion.
Very much so. Big pop-ups all around today.
You almost did a Justin roll.
Rolling around on the floor.
Yeah. Yo, Ben has played out of his mind.
Out of it.
I haven't seen any play like that.
So good, man.
So long, man. Like, not taking anything away from Rad. Rad deserved it. He grinds this game out a lot, and he's super important to the community for Guilty Gear in the UK. Like, he's always giving take. He's always sorting out matches and all sorts. Like, he's such a crucial part. And Ben is obviously, he's like a returning OG.
Started off as a Bedman player in Exod Sign.
Downgraded to pot.
Went straight to pot. Is like, I need more struggle.
Yeah, literally. He got mad about Bedman. He used to get so triggered so easily with Bedman. And I was like, it's not going to be better with pot. Like, you're gonna feel even.
But the man made it work.
Yeah, he did.
Definitely so. Gotta respect him. Definitely gotta put respect on his name.
It's insanity. He went from bedman to pot. Just think about that.
What no normal human being would think that way.
Yeah. But look what he did.
Like normally, I would call them type of people idiots.
Yeah, masochist.
Yeah.
Idiots is also a good word for him. But he did it. He went through a pool of there was Johnny players here. They didn't make top 8. There was Johnny players here. There were Sin players. There were Slayers, really good Slayers. And he got to finals, and he did beat Max. He knocked him into losers.
He put the fear of God into him.
But he threw away too many games in the beginning. Threw away way too many
like.
games. I think he felt like, oh, I've got 3 matches up. I can't lose. I've already beat him. Like, how can I lose 6?
I beat him once.
Yeah, I can throw away 3 matches. And it wasn't until the last, when they got reset, he started to play properly. I would say until he was 1-0 down on the reset, that's when he started to play properly. That's when he went back to challenging. And challenging Eno, when he was playing, it was like, oh, I got counter hit with a heavy. I took 3 hits. It's better than getting hit crouching and taking a full combo.
Of course, Rad just receiving his trophy now.
Yep, he is the Fist of the North Star 2
champion.
Guilty Gear champ.
So just to give you your top 8 standings, so in joint 7th, we have Kai Leo and Larko Faust. Joint 5th, we have Shooty Slayer and Ratviz Heyoon. 4th place, we have 13 Inferno Kong Heyoon. 3rd place, Shaden Sol. In 2nd place, Sunday Face Off, Banners Potemkin. And finally in 1st, we have Hound Rad Eno.
Awesome stuff.
So there you go, guys. That was Fists of the North Star 2. Of course, big shout-outs to Wille and the team here. Thanks out to Johnster right here. You can't see him, but much love to your man Johnster over here.
The unsung heroes, the button pushers.
Big shout-outs to all the TOs that have helped attend, like Dudley World Order, Situational Damage. Mace, give us a shout-out.
Shout-outs to C4.
Shout-outs to C4.
He used to be good at this game.
Talk to me about your Twitch channel, man. Talk to me about...
Damage, there's going to be Guilty Gear. I can't have this. I didn't make top 8. I'm really upset. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been playing, but I lost the laugh.
Yeah, you gotta hold that, man.
I have to hold that for.
But tell me, what do you do on Situational Damage then? Tell me what your regular routine is then.
Regular routine is me trying to get good at games again. It's been a long time, but mostly Dragon Ball. It will be Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear, yeah.
It's definitely gonna be Guilty Gear now. But yeah, it's normally just me going online. I'll try to get online lobbies to see, like, showcase other players from the UK. And yeah, just on my YouTube, it's tech videos and matches from down in London.
Also, weekly hit sessions every Wednesday down in London, right?
Yeah,
you broadcast those as well, yeah?
I capture the footage.
You capture the footage?
Yeah, and there's a lot of... it's mostly Dragon Ball again, but you can see Aki versus Sean. And again, that was one of the other things that made me not want to play this game, because I've seen Aki struggle against Venom for literally months, and I'm like, wow, I have not got the stamina for that anymore.
No.
Like, but
we're old men here. No country for old men.
No, none at all. Zero country. But yeah, that's...
Has Sean found the Fountain of Youth or something? Because Sean just looks the exact same as what he did.
He's got perfect genes. He does play perfect so in Dragon Ball Z, to be fair. And he's making his own games. Like, he's got time to kill you Venom, make his own game.
And he's just like, oh, I've just thought up of another line of code. Sick.
Yeah. And he looks literally 18.
Optimized.
I would question him for alcohol. He looks... But he plays Venom. Like, there's no stress there. I'm not about it, right? The worst thing he has to think about is, I'm going to do Carcass Raid or Stingray. That's literally his last choices. But,
so like I say, you can see all these London players that have been attending, like Kai, C4 and all stuff like that, over on Situational Damage. Yep. Like I say, weekly locals down in London, of course, with Jish from Theory Fighter as well.
Yep.
Shout outs to Jish.
Yeah, he done a lot for Guilty Gear in London. Oh, wow.
That means I've now got 4 of these.
You deserve it.
I deserve it. As the only, no other player in the UK is allowed to have million memorabilia. Only me. I worked hard. No, I worked hard for this, dagnabbit.
Oh, wow, they're giving out a lot of keychains.
Yeah, man.
I've already got Leo.
Of course, big shout-outs to PCube for providing prizes for this event as well.
Yes, shout-out to them.
Big shout-outs to them, of course. Always doing great support for the anime community, of course. They'll be releasing Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle at the end of the month as well.
Yeah.
Super excited to see what PCube will do in terms of support for that game as well. Big love to them, guys.
I think
and big love to this guy that's coming on right here. Get on the stream, man.
I'll move over.
Yeah, still have prizes to give out. I see a bag of T-shirts right there. Shout-outs to man like Wille.
The bearded brat.
I don't know how he does it, man.
Wow, he's literally walking around like Santa Claus.
Like Santa Claus.
Oh, I respect it. Oh, we've got some Guilty Gear tops.
And of course, subscribe to this Twitch channel if you can. Like I said, Wille, he travels all over the place. I've said it time and time again. He's been going to Hyper Combo, Leicestershire. He's been going to Sunday Face-Off Leeds. Of course,
I've seen him at Hit in London. He literally gets a bat.
He is trying to take the title of the UK Team Spooky. He's putting in miles. He needs to get air miles as well. That's all he needs, and then he's like pretty in there.
I feel like he's creeping on my territory. But it's all right. He's got a good bid. And he used to play Leo, so I kind of allow it. But now he's playing Elf. I mean, he's seen the light. I'm not going to lie to you. If I could change to Elf, I would.
You can!
Nah, I'm too old, you know. Can't teach an old dog to use tricks. Like, it's too late for me. I have to play Leo.
You could play Raven.
I could play Raven.
But you're not going to.
I'm not going to.
You're not going to.
I'm not going to. I want to do it with Leo again.
See? Yep. I respect it.
Never.
Now clip me that. Send that to me. Clip that. Clip that.
I can't.
So what do you think about being able to YRC Jump Dust?
I feel that it is so unreasonable. I don't know. I just, you just saying that doesn't make sense to me. You might as well speak in Swahili. Like, it made no sense. Like, it made no sense.
Cryptic. Too cryptic, right?
Super cryptic. There's a lot of things in this game that don't make sense to me, but it's a clean game. It is a clean game.
Is it though? People look at me and say the game's garbage. I'm like, oh yeah, but guess what? Every game that we play is garbage.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What games have we had here? Super Turbo, garbage. Third Strike, really garbage.
Really garbage. Dragon Ball Z,
really garbage.
I mean, they're all fun.
All fun, yeah.
They're all fun. But we had Union.
We had Union. Yeah, Eunice is pretty clean. I'll give it to Eunice because at least you can play defensively in that game.
I want to give an idea to Will and say you need to do like a legit fun game tournament. Only have Union and Dive Kick. Dive Kick is a very fair game. You can only pick Dive and Kick though. They're the only two characters you can play.
Really?
Yeah.
I play.
Huh?
I play Zubaz, man.
And that's why we need a legit, fair fighting tournament for people like you.
For people like me.
People like you. You chun SD players. You need to talk. People need to know.
People need to spread the word. That's sick. I mean, I already have those already. But come on. Sit down. #1 ranked seed. Mate, why are you trying to give me heart attacks? I'm only 24, man, and I feel like I've got a body of like a 60-year-old.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry, man. But show us what you got.
Rad, this was first place prize, and Rad already has them both.
I already have all three as well.
Yeah, but you went and fucking took them from the from the ether. And that's very nice, very generous and final.
Art book as well. Very nice art book. Show us some pretty pages.
The best thing I like about the art book is
the smell.
Smell.
Clean. Off the manufacturing floor.
Oh, Ben, I can't bloody believe it.
Can't bloody believe it, mate. I got a bit of deja vu when Rad was going into Instant Kill. I was just like,
Yeah, I'm glad someone else messed up and went into Instant Kill. It took a little bit of the limelight off me, but that's definitely going in the Hall of Shame right next to hype spotting picks and.
Like I said,
the Boss Jaws pick, that's me as well.
I've already said in the Twitch chat that if anybody clips you going into Instant Kill and they send it to me on Twitter, I'm going to block them. I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it?
I don't know. It's stupid.
I want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
Because you're going to have a heart attack.
Mate, I'm going to look on Twitter now. If anybody sent me anything, I'm going to be upset.
But you can send it to Dennis.
Yeah, you can send it to me.
Send it to me.
I had such a good time.
We all did.
This was fantastic. I really like this venue, this room. I think it works well.
Really nice. It's really good amount of space.
Adequate as hell for what we're doing. And we're running a lot of tournaments today.
Yeah, so good. What, 5 or 6?
Be proud.
And of course it all goes under Robin Hood's hat.
Yeah.
Of course, if it weren't for people providing setups, actually putting in the man hours to try and haul all this stuff here. Like you got guys like Grandmaster Challenge that are bringing CRTs, genuine, original Japanese arcade hardware like with the arcade boards and stuff like that. So much equipment, like you can't see the shot of the entire hall, but it's a very lengthy room. Like I said, it's definitely major worthy. It's definitely worthy of being called a major, for sure.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful and blue.
But yeah,
I had so much fun today.
Be sure to check out smash.gg for the standings of today's tournament. You can see the results from all of our games that we've had today.
Yep.
So are we going to be closing it out? Yeah, okay. Right. So, of course, I've been BB Tank, and of course, I've had... thank you very much for Zach. Thank you, Mace, for joining us on commentary. And, of course, thank you, Benners. Where, just before we go, where can people find you?
I don't really have a Twitter.
You don't have a Twitter?
I don't really have stuff.
But where can they find you locally? Where can they get games against you?
That would be Leeds.
That would be your stomping ground.
SFO is my home turf. SFO in Leeds, Belgrave. We do monthly tournaments in Belgrave.
Which is also...
It's a very nice venue.
Which is also streamed on this very Twitch channel.
Oh, yes. Yes. Willow comes down. This man, Spooky of the UK is right.
I said
it
that
really
before.
is.
I said that before.
I was thinking at SFO when he kept coming down. What a guy. What a guy. I love it.
Man has got plenty of points on his miles card whenever he goes to top up on fuel. Yeah. It's like, welcome back, sir. I see.
Right then.
But yeah, Fist of the North Star 2.
Thank you very much.
Be sure to check out for Fist of the North Star 3 next year.
Oh yeah.
Peace out.